Meowdy, everyone. Hi, happy, I think it's Friday, finally. I hope everyone had a good week. Goodness gracious. This week went by so fast. I didn't get anything done, but that's okay. Haha. Hello, Nue. Congrats on first. I still need to order the Animal Crossing cup, mug, whatever. I don't really know the difference. It looks so cute. I've been waiting for it to come to Germany, and I forgot to order it somehow. But I have to. I will. I won't forget it. Hello, Space. I'm glad you could make it, even if it took waking up at 1:30. I'm glad that you're here. Hello, Fita. Hello, Austin. Hello, Panis. Hello, Flufo. Hello, Irom. Hello, Rising. Thank you for 60. The stream, whatever. Thank you. Hello, Zero. Hello, Shavix. Hope you're all doing good. Wow. Hello. I am, you know, when I say that I'm really tired, today I'm really tired. I'm so tired. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really feel like reading Higurashi today because I usually end up feeling way more tired throughout the stream unless like something really exciting happens in the episode or chapter that gets my gears turning. I feel like I feel so tired during those streams, and feeling tired before the stream already, rough. Did I say hello to Austin? I did read your name, but I don't know if I said hello. I don't know. I'm sorry. I was like, oh, should I just change the schedule to like Paper Mario or something? But I would have felt really guilty. I need to finish Higurashi. I think I'm like at the point where if I don't finish it soon, I'm gonna burn out. I'm gonna burn out of it after like 1.5 years. I need to finish it, please. I just want to see the end of it. And then I want to watch the anime and read the manga. I don't know if I can read the visual novel for much longer without losing my mind. It just needs to end. I don't know how Rika does this for thousands of years. But I can't take it anymore. I actually did not sleep at all. I stayed up getting mad at Devil May Cry 1. I haven't played a single one of those games yet, but I hope it was fun, even though you said you were mad. Also, thank you for the hydrate. I will drink. Feeling tired? Mayhaps a Ring Fit Adventure stream will energize you. I hate working out. I do have Ring Fit Adventure, but oh my god. Like after if I'm already tired and I'm working out, I feel more tired. And then after I worked out, I'm even more tired. It doesn't energize me. I'm sorry. It just makes me feel like ass. She's gonna fall asleep in the middle of the stream. That would be a blessing. Also, thank you for the 3 stream streak 0. We're close to the end. No, we are close to the end. I just have to lock in and do it. I think I'm just tired, and like it's one of those weeks where I'm just tired. And I need something that energizes me. Like something where I have to like lock in and, I don't know, do combat. I need to kill stuff. Today is one of those days, but maybe someone will die in Higurashi, who knows? Probably not. I'm hoping for a good ending. Hopefully not, but also hopefully maybe yes. I don't know what to hope for. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're so close. Yeah, so close. Your sweat is so shiny and beautiful. I hate it. That's so gross. I hate it when the trainer says that. Hopefully Akasaka spices things up a bit. Oh yeah, he could kill someone with his bare fists. The first 2.5 bosses had no reason to be so mean and hard. But well, did you do it in the end? I'm sorry, I shouldn't talk while I'm yawning. Sport is Mord. So true, so wahr. I hate speaking German, by the way. It sounds so, I don't know, when I speak German, I can't speak casual German. I don't know how I talk to my friends. Like, literally the other day I was like, how do I talk to my friends in German? Because I don't feel like it's that hard to talk to them in German, but when I talk to other people in German, somehow it's like, I don't know how to talk anymore. it sounds so formal and like it doesn't sound like a normal person speaking German, but maybe I'm just being too self-conscious about it. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about what I can talk about really, but there's not much to say, to be frank. To be frank. I was just drawing more. I thought I was happy with my design, but then I looked at it again and I at least I didn't make a new one this time. I did think about making a different one, but I stopped myself. I was like, no, you just fix this one that you're working on right now. And I did some changes, and I'm still making changes. But I think it's going in the right impression. Impression? What? Direction. I read Jerom's message, and then I took one word out of it. Amazing. German sounds cringe as hell. It does, a little bit. Spooky's the most normal German speaker. No. No, unfortunately not. Speaking of speaking German, I was watching your Hollow Knight VODs. My condolences. And wow, your German Cola Kid impression is amazing. Oh, did I do that? I think back then I still had the speak German for 3 minutes or whatever, say something in German redeem, so people make me say things in German sometimes. I think that came up for sure. I'm glad you liked it, though. I'm glad you liked it. Man, I can't watch my older VODs because I feel like I just explode out of cringe. But I'm glad that people are still watching them. I think that's very sweet. And like, sometimes people will even leave comments on my YouTube videos. And I'm like, wow, I don't know this person. This person is a pure YouTube watcher. I don't know who that is. And they comment on my videos. It's like, whoa. You're watching my videos? That's insane. I'm so sorry. But at least I can skip through the yapping. Hello, Choop. Hi. Oh my god. Sorry. I need to wake up. Good mood, and very motivated to play Higurashi today. Whoa. Don't get to hear cute, spooky German speak. I don't think it was ever cute, but you know, you can, yeah, you can go back and listen to the old VODs if you wanna know what I sound like in German. Whoa. Wake up. Hello, Nosha. Hi, hope we're doing good today. Maybe take a short break and shower during that time or get some tea. Like now? Like right now? Okay, I just started the stream. Bye, guys! If you really think about it, I can... Oh my god. I can... Okay, I think I'm just having my afternoon crash. Like, sometimes I'll yawn for like 30 minutes straight, and I think it's about to happen, and I'm very sorry because it's gonna be annoying. If you really think about it, I can maybe burn my 45,000 points on you waving the whole stream. Is there not a limit on it? I should have put a limit on it. You know what? You just ruined it for everyone. Congrats. Everyone clap for Shavix. You just ruined it for everyone. Now no one can ever spam it again. Because I'm gonna change it right now. Better get it out now if you want me to wave the entire time, because it's gonna be gone forever. How do I do that? Cooldown and limits. 1. Get it out now. It's gone now. You can't do shit now. Wait, why can't people still redeem it? Does it not work immediately? Wait a second. Oh, stop. Stop. Is it not stopping? I thought I turned it off. It's so fucking stupid. Once per stream. Boo. Well, that's just how it is. I didn't know that people could spam it. I didn't know that worked. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know that was a thing that I had enabled. Thank you for the hydrate again. We never abused it, remove the cap, I'll think about it. But not today. I still have to... Oh, I guess... Oh, I was on the page just now, but I could have enabled the... headpad again, huh? Oh, God. Oh my god, I still have my channel point redeemed thing. Channel points is called feathers, even though I said I wouldn't call myself an owl anymore. That... Oh yeah, I turned off literally everything. Okay, everything is on again. Oh god. What did I click? I clicked something in my browser. Oh. That fucking flat, spooky splat is so funny to me. Instead, just ban me. Okay, you want that? I can do that. I can arrange that. Looks like the max per user per stream is working, at least for me. Oh, I guess it just took some time. At one point, meme redeem with no limit that was never abused until one miscreant started abusing it and I had to change it. See, that's what happens. I thought you were gonna call yourself an owl again. No. I decided against it. I have a different animal in mind. The thing is, I want to change my design. I know... Oh, no, I won't talk about it again. I'm gonna shut up because I can never keep my promises. No, don't talk about designs right now. I need a break from thinking about it, okay? We don't talk about it ever! Never again! I'm kidding. I'll probably bring it up again. No difference between these two. I'm just a line in the chat. I can give you a hint. It has horns. Think about that. Maybe just boot up Higurashi. Don't worry. It's like I'm hearing it in the background. What I wanted to do though was I wanted to restart it so I can listen to the intro. Because it hypes me up. Maybe it'll wake me up. Horned owl. I mean, technically I am a horned owl because like only horned owls have like these feathers on their head. Is we going to get even more adorable? Who? I can never make hoot jokes ever again if I'm not an owl. That's so cringe. Dragon. Giraffe design. Hell yeah. Do giraffes have horns? Cow? Oh, I know for sure that someone is going to mistake the design that I have in mind for a cow. I can guarantee it to you. I sent it to YouTube, and you can see, you know, one of the ears is white, yeah? And the other one is black, yeah? Someone is gonna be like, are you a cow? And I'm gonna fucking kill them. I'm gonna murder them on stream. I'm gonna reach through my monitor and strangle them. Okay, this actually woke me up. I should rage about people getting my species wrong. That sounds so wrong. I'm getting not misgendered. I'm getting misspecied. That's crazy. Are you a cow, Panis? Thin line. Thin line. Murder. Can you believe that I've been called a cow before just because of that one white streak in my hair? It's crazy. It's insane to me. I don't understand it. It must have been rage bait. I don't get it. People love to see me mad, right? That must be it, right? People can't be that stupid. Cow fact. What, that works? I didn't know that there were cow facts. What the fuck, Seribot? Oh my god. A cow's skin is much thicker than human skin, providing protection from thorns, insects, and weather. Their hide also contains natural oils that repel water and insects. The average cow produces enough milk in her lifetime to fill a small swimming pool. A productive dairy cow can produce over 200,000 glasses of milk during her career. Pattern recognition is black and white. You might as well call me Oreo, man. That's what I am. Wasn't it the ears? No, it was not the ears. This? You think my... I don't know. I think it's pretty obvious that they're elf ears, no? Like, what else could it be? I know that I have, like, a little bit of, like, a black gradient on my ears, but, like, come on. These are, like, human ears. You can tell that, right? Cows can run at speeds up to 25 miles per hour when frightened or excited. This speed helps them escape from predators or other perceived threats. That's crazy. That is a lot of milk. That's actually kind of sad. Rebranding as a tin of legally distinct Oreos. Exactly. Spooky? I don't produce 200,000 glasses of milk. That'd be crazy if I could. Hello, PP. Good morning. Spooky and the cow kini. Never. It's never gonna happen. I think, you know how some VTubers have like a little sheet where they're like, oh, I'm okay with this type of fan art. I never made that because I rarely get any fan art at all. But someone did ask me for one of those sheets before. I don't know why, because they never drew me after I sent it to them. But like, I did specifically state to not lewd my character because I don't know, like it. I think I haven't even uploaded stuff that I found like slightly revealing, like in terms of skeps. Like I had one that showed like my upper thigh and I was like, no, that's too much. I was like, no, can't show that, I can't upload that. I don't know, I'm very... I mean, you can see how much skin I cover up with my model. Like, I think it's no surprise that I don't like it when even like a little bit of skin shows. It's like, yeah, you can see like my feet a little bit, my hands and my face. That's it. I don't really like showing that much skin, which is also why I never really take off the gown. Oh my god, that feels so weird. You're never gonna ever see that again. Hello, Blood. Hi, hi. Weird, a little bit. Massive. Donk, huge. Ladung. What? That's crazy. Upper thigh, scandalous. Yeah, I know. I know. It's crazy. For free? You should pay me so that I can show you the top of my feet. My feet even move a little bit. Isn't that crazy? I like how the dress moves. I wish you could always see it. Look at it. It's so poofy. It's so cute. Oh my god, you can even see my ankles. Now it's really getting crazy in here. Look at that. I have ankles. That's insane. Upside down stream. Oh my god, it's a model reveal. Flip the avatar upside down. Oh my god. What does that mean? Horizontal rotierender Fisch? Yeah, that's what I am now. Whee! This is really fun, isn't it? I like it. Am I... Oh god, let me press this button just to make sure that I'm straight. Funny how I can move while I'm drinking. Oh, not anymore. Yes. That was good. That was fun. That actually woke me up a little bit. Now I don't feel as tired. Look at that. I will still yawn because it's, you know, it's part of it. It's part of the process. Also, thank you for the 30 bits. Big emo. Thank you. Jellyfish. Screenshot. What the hell? Hello, Derek. Thank you for the hydrate. Straight? What's straight? Straight what? Oh my god. Straight? I will never be straight. Anyway, let me close Higurashi so that I can open it. Oh my god. You know, what I wanted to include in my new design was I wanted to like canonically have one maid and one butler so that they can serve me. And it's gonna be really cool. Let me open up the game. And also go here. Ignore that no video thing. Oh god, the chat is like... not where it should be. Let's just say it that way. One maid and one butler. Also, girl, double the Yuri. That would be crazy. That would be so good, though. Okay, you know, you're cooking. That's actually such a good idea. Thank you. That's so good. We're just both girls. That'd be crazy. Male maid. Oh my god, that's such a good idea. Okay, that'll be really good. Thank you. Our idea now, yeah. I have to keep. I didn't even think of that. I was just gonna be super boring. Oh god, this is gonna get muted in my YouTube bot, isn't it? Oh well, whatever. Write that down. But this is a banger. I love this song. I think the second one might have been my favorite still, but this one is so great. Also, you see Hanyu in this one over and over, and also burning the entire village, which is also really cool. I wonder if that's actually gonna happen. She even has a sword! I already forgot about this intro because I only saw it once and then never again. I forgot about that Keiichi expression. He looks so smug. Look at Hanyu, she's so cute, she's so moe, I love her. Amazing, amazing intro. That's all it took to hype me up again. Higurashi too powerful for YouTube. Yeah, even though it's like fucking... how old? I think this one was released in 2006? Oh, it's actually like 20 years now, no? I think Matsuribayashi was released in 2006. Six! Release. Oh my god, my cat woke up and he jumped off the closet. Okay. Let's start. I don't actually know where we left off, like, at all. I have no idea. Oh yeah! Wait, I remember. They were about to tell Oishi and Akasaka about what the fuck is going on. 20 years makes me feel old. I feel young. I don't know. Until someone mentions like a game that I feel like I played recently came out like 2,000 years ago, then it's like, oh damn. I need to... oh my god, my cat is gonna freak out. I need to go. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Also, oh my god, like the temperatures changed so much. The other day, I had to scrape frost, ice, okay, off of my car windows. And then like during the day, it was like 18 degrees Celsius. And now it's fucking 15. It's too warm. I need it to be -10 again. That was nice. Didn't Danganronpa 1 just come out last year? Unfortunately not. Paper Mario came out 26 years ago. Gulp. Okay, but I didn't play it on release, so it's fine. I played it a few years later. Hello, Noel. Hi. Hope we're doing good today. I'm feeling really hungry even though I just ate. That's a bad sign. Anyway, I need to stop thinking about food and sleep. We will start, okay? Yeah. And the pollen starting to attack? Yeah. Fortunately, I am not allergic to the pollen. But Rising is, and he's like constantly sneezing and dying all over the place. And I feel bad for him. Send him your prayers or something? Not me. I don't need it. Also, thank you for stopping by. Pita. I'm gonna adjust the game volume. I hope you have a good day at work. It's almost the weekend. Remember that. Are you allergic to anything? There was one plant that I ate one time that made me itchy all over, but I don't remember which one that was. I think the German name for it is like Kresse. I don't know what Kresse is in English, but it made me have some sort of reaction. That's the only thing that I know. When pollen season comes, everything in my area literally gets a coat of yellow dust. Yeah, here too. It's crazy. I was not allergic to pollen a few years ago. It just started out of nowhere. Oh, I did do like an allergy test a couple of years ago, but it came out fine. I didn't have any major allergic reactions to anything, thankfully. Yet. We'll see what the future holds. Anyway, I'm gonna drink a little bit more water, and then we go. Tomitaka finally gave in and admitted everything. In his place, I explained to them the existence of Hinamizawa syndrome, the idiot clinic that was established to research it, what's special about myself, and finally about the invisible conspiracy that revolves around it all. Oishi was very surprised to hear about all of this, but Akasaka told him to calm down so he'd listen quietly. Since Akasaka belongs to a special unit, he wasn't too surprised. He kept nodding, saying that it's all very possible. This is working out great for me.
確かに、
Oh
リカちゃん
god.
の言う通り、恐ろしい陰謀を企む連中がいてもおかしくない。
Oishi looks pissed. I don't know, I feel like this expression of his is kind of scary because he looks possessed if he doesn't have any pupils. It's kind of scary. Just as you say, Rika-chan, there's a good chance that there are people who are planning something like that.
大石さん、これらの話は全てあり得る話です。
Oishi-san, what they're saying is well within the realm of the possible.
はあ、私は何かの小説の筋書きみたいな気分ですが。
This feels like the plot of a novel.
いや、それが真実ならば。
But if it's true, Compared to Akasaka, who has a flexible mind, Oishi is having a hard time understanding such unrealistic stories. He'll probably need at least 3 cigarettes before he can digest what he just heard. I mean, it is a very crazy story, to be honest.
僕は高野が怪しいと思っています。
I think Takano is suspicious.
ですが、その証拠はありません。
But there is no proof.
それを確かめるために、富武に調査をお願いしていたところなのです。
I was asking Tomitaka to investigate so I can confirm my suspicions.
大石さん、その高野という女を別件逮捕で拘留することは？
Oishi-san, can you arrest and detain Takano on a separate charge? What would they have to have on her to separate her to arrest her?
退職金が吹っ飛びそうですが、やってやれないことはないですな。
I may lose my retirement money for that, but it could be done, I guess. That would be insane. How is he gonna keep on living without any retirement money? What do you mean?
沖宮署にも山犬の傍聴要員が入り込んでいるはずです。
Maybe don't do that. Doesn't he also need to take care of his mom? With that money, isn't that the whole reason why he was being so cautious and backed off when he needed to? Usually. There are some counterintelligence members from the mountain dogs at the police
多
station.
分大石さんがそれを実行しようとしても署内で圧力がかかるはずです。
Even if you try, Oishi-san, there will be pressure from within the department.
高野さんの調査はこちらでするので、それまでは変に警戒されるようなことは慎んでいただきたいのが本音です。
I'll conduct an investigation on Takano-san, so if possible, can you leave it to me? I don't want anyone to get suspicious. I hope no one is following them.
そうですね。
You're right.
高野氏の調査は富武さんの機関の人間にしかできないなら、警察が余計なことをしない方がいいかもしれません。
If Takano's investigation can only be done by Tomitaka-san's institution, then the police shouldn't bother him.
それにどうも関わる山が大きすぎる気がします。
Besides, I have a feeling that this thing is a lot bigger than we think.
大石さん、冷たい言い方をしますが、あなたはここで引かれた方がいいかもしれません。
Oishi-san, I don't mean to sound rude, but maybe you should stay out of this.
赤坂さん、それはどういう意味ですか？
Akasaka-san, what do you mean by that?
先ほども言われました通り、大石さんは今年で定年じゃないですか。
Just like you told me earlier, you're retiring this year, right? Get that bag, old guy.
長かった危険なお仕事がようやく終わり、そのねぎらいとして退職金を得られる直前にいる。
You've worked hard for many years. You're about to collect your
お
pension.
金は大事です。
Money is important.
家のローンの完済や老後の蓄え、そして第二の人生の支度金。
You'll need it to pay off your house, and you need money for the life after retirement.
ですが、今回の山は危険すぎる。
But this hill is too dangerous to climb.
私の勘から言って、この山は多分最後にはなかったことにされる。
My instincts are telling me that at the end of it, this case will be classified as if it didn't take place at all.
つまり、
In other words,
すべてを失う覚悟がなきゃ、今からでも遅くないから引き返せって。
unless I'm prepared to lose everything, I better pull myself out of this, right?
そうおっしゃるんでしょう。
That's what you're telling me, isn't it?
そうです。大石さんほどの方にこんなことを言うのは、若輩の身には過ぎたことと分かっています。
Yes, I know I'm not in a position to tell you
です
that.
が、私は今日まで一般警察とは次元の違う山にいくつも関わってきました。
But I've been involved in cases that are much different from regular police
だ
work.
から、その経験の上で、大石さんにご忠告させていただいているんです。
So what I'm saying now comes from experience. You should do it. You should get out. Oishi was no fool. He was also an adult and smart in a real sense. If he only listened to his pride, he would yell at Akasaka for insulting him. But what Akasaka is saying is true. Oishi's pension is a big deal for him. People live far beyond their retirement. They still have 10 or even 20 years left after that. Their pension is the basis for that second life. A pension isn't ordinary money. It's very, very valuable. People receive their pension for working hard on rainy days and windy days and even enduring the moments when their bosses give them a hard time. Even Oishi has mumbled on occasion that he's going to quit and look for a new job. Yet he endured and quietly did the unreasonable work asked of him. He's endured far more work than his salary merited. He's worked like that for a very long time, and now he's finally about to retire. He's finally about to collect his long-awaited pension. It's not about the amount of money itself. It's about having a value placed on what you've done with your life. So if one were to cause a scandal, the punishment for that would be placed on his pension. One such deplorable event can erase Oishi's entire life as a policeman. That is awful. That sounds horrible. They can just scam you out of your pension money? That's fucked up. I didn't know that it can work like that. I don't know what it's like here, but I don't think they can just take it away from you unless, like, you do something horrible. Retirement, I wish. I wish I was close to retirement. Never having to work again? That's not something that can be treated lightly. Akasaka is still young. Even if he loses his job, he will be able to find a new one. But Oishi is too old. The repayment of his mortgage was planned around his pension. Oishi's a grown-up's grown-up, and that's why he can't do anything reckless. Akasaka knows that, and that's why he said that Oishi should back down. Oishi understands it too, so Akasaka had to ask him that tough question in order to find out how strong Oishi's commitment was. He's gonna risk it all, isn't he? I have a very bad feeling.
私がお小遣いを残したいばかりに、随分のんびりしたローン返済をしちゃいましてね。
I've been awfully slow paying back my loan, all because I wanted to hold on to some spending
もっ
money.
と繰り上げ償還とかしてりゃ、利子の分得をできただろうに。
Even though I would have saved on interest if I'd just paid a bit more earlier
博
on.
打やらお酒やら、そんなものに使うお金が残したくてね。もし私が月を退職金に回すような人生を選ばず、もっともっと賢く生きてきたなら、ここで私はかっこよく、懲戒なんか怖くないって意気込むところなんでしょう。
But I just wanted to gamble and drink. If I lived my life so I didn't have to depend on my pension in my old age, I could jump right onto this case. Oishi's fists were trembling. That's how he sheds his
で
tears.
もね、それでもね、私は刑事なんですよ。
But
今の今まで、そして退職の瞬間までね。
But I'm an officer until the moment I
い
retire.
や、そんなのはもうどうでもいいのかもしれない。
No, even that doesn't matter.
私は墓前で誓ったんですよ。
I promised in front of his
おや
grave.
つさんを殺した犯人を必ず挙げてやるって。
I promised that old man that I'd find out who killed
それつ
him.
まり、おやつさんを殺した犯人を挙げるまで、
ご
私はいつまでも刑事でいるって誓いなんです。
I promised to stay a police officer until I arrest his murderer.
それはつまり、私が警官かどうかってことじゃない。
In other words, me being a police officer isn't the issue here.
私が敵を取るその日まで、たとえ懲戒を食らったって、刑事魂を忘れないってことなんです。
What matters is that I keep my officer spirit until I find that murderer, even if I'm fired. Little does he know, the murderer technically is standing right in front of him because, it's technically it's idiot, I'm just saying.
その私が、懲戒免職が怖いって。
But am I afraid to be fired?
退職金が不意になるかもしれないのが怖いって。
Am I afraid to lose my pension?
ああ、怖いですよ。
Yes, I am.
何千万って金が入ることを当てにした人生設計が全部パーになるんですよ。
It'll ruin my plans for my future. I need a lot of money for them.
北海道でのんびり家庭菜園を楽しんで、すすきので遊んで社交ダンスを始めて。
What? That's surprisingly cute and wholesome. Oh my god. My dream is to live a leisurely life in Hokkaido, work on a vegetable garden, have fun in Susukino, and take up ballroom dancing lessons. That's so cute. No, don't join this investigation, please. Fulfill your dream, old man. Ballroom dancing? Hell yeah, he should do that. That sounds fun. That's really sweet.
それがパーになるの何が怖いってんですかね。
And why am I afraid?
私の刑事魂はそんなもんだったんですかね。
Is my officer's spirit so weak as all that?
ひなみ沢村連続開始事件の真相を暴く。
I've dreamt of uncovering the truth behind the series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa.
夢にまで願った真相の扉が今ここにあるってのに。
The door to that truth I've sought for so long is right here in front of me.
くそー、ちくしょー。
Damn it! God damn it!
警察手帳を叩きつけりゃいい。
Why can't I just throw away my
警
badge?
察なんていつでもやめてやるってなんで言えないんだ。
Why can't I stop caring about what the police
く
think?
そくそー、ちくしょー。
Damn it! God damn it! Nobody could say anything in response to Oishi. He's at a crossroads. The crossroads of a person who has worked so hard and so humbly for so long. How could the young people who know nothing about what he's had to go through say anything at all?
大石さんは確か殺された現場監督さんのご友人でいらっしゃいましたね。
Gulp! Oh god. I wonder what his reaction is gonna be when he finds out Irie was involved in his death. Oh, it's gonna be awful. You are a friend of the departed construction site manager, right?
ねえ、友人であり、兄貴であり、親父でした。
Yes, he was a friend, a brother, and a father to me.
私は形式だけとはいえ入江機関の長です。
Wait, hold on. Actually, I think I'm mixing them up again. I think Irie actually isn't involved with his death, right? Because, oh god, now I'm not so sure. Isn't the guy that they were, dissecting? That was the guy that murdered the construction site manager, right? So it wasn't technically the guy that was dissected, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh god, it's kind of hard to tell them apart now, but I think, actually, Irie technically killed his murderer. The guy they dissected was a worker, right. It was the worker who killed him. So he will never find the murderer because the guy was dissected. Okay, I mixed them up. It wasn't Irie, he's fine. He won't have a crash out over Irie at least. But he will be upset to know that, you know, the guy is already dead. Although it's only a formality, I am the director of the Irie
多
Institute.
分リカさんをめぐる陰謀が暴かれれば必ず私にも飛び火し何らかの形で責任を取らされる日が来るでしょう。
That worker planned cutting up the man? Right. Okay. Phew! Irie gets a pass for now. If the conspiracy that surrounds Rika-chan is exposed, I will be the one who takes the blame.
そうですよね、富武さん。
Isn't that right, Tomitaka-san? Well, yeah. His position exists exactly for that purpose. To the Institute as a whole, Irie is there simply to cover for Takano's research. Tomitaka, of course, knows about that, and even Irie has started to realize it. Even if Irie hadn't done anything wrong, he would have had to take the blame as the person in charge of the Institute. That was how every organization purged itself, by forcing someone to take the blame and reshuffling members. That's why leaders get more money.
すべてが終わったら大石さんにひなみ沢村連続開始事件のすべてをお話しします。
Just tell him now! When it's all over, I will tell you everything about the series of mysterious deaths.
本当は終身の秘匿義務があるのですがお目こぼしをくださいますよね、富武さん。
I actually have an obligation to remain silent for the rest of my life, but you'll let me tell him, won't you, Tomitaka-san? He's like, well, no, but yeah.
私は何も聞いていませんので。
I didn't hear anything. As an honest man, Tomitaka can say yes, so pretending to ignore it was the best he could do.
いやいや、そういうわけにはいきません。
No, that's not right.
そいつは皆さんに協力した勇気ある大石クラウドに教えてやってください。
You can tell the brave Kurao Oishi about it, the one who found the courage to help you.
退職金が欲しくて保身に走るみっともない大石クラウドには過ぎたもんです。
Aww. The cowardly Kurao Oishi, the one who didn't want to lose his pension, doesn't deserve to hear the truth. That's so sad. Man, I never felt bad for Oishi because we didn't really know his backstory. We just thought that it was like a friend, you know? But we didn't know how close he was to that guy and how much that guy meant to him. And how passionate he really was about finding his murderer. Now I feel really bad that he can't do anything unless he wants to never be able to live a comfortable, normal life after his retirement. That just sucks. I feel really bad for him. Company spokespersons are kind of a mascot with some influence, but also the fall guy for higher ranking members, yeah. I feel bad for Idiot too, even though he did some fucked up shit. He didn't do, you know, the most fucked up shit ever. Takano was heavily involved in all the fucked up shit he had to do in the end, so I feel like I'm not a fan of Irie, but he shouldn't be the one to take all the blame, unfortunately. He will, though. This is really depressing. I'm so sorry, Oishi. He faced a dilemma. Even though the truth behind the mysterious deaths he sought so hard was right in front of him, he couldn't just accept it with his head held high. To understand what he's going through, one would have to live the life he did. His dilemma is very vast and very heavy. Young people couldn't possibly understand.
私に考える時間をもらうことはできませんかね。
Can I have some time to think about this?
真相を暴き、悪を打ちたい気持ちはあるんです。
I really do want to find the truth and put evil behind bars. Well, technically, someone should tell him that he's no longer alive. Let's put the blame on Oishi? No!
そのために勇気を持つ時間を少しだけもらうことはできませんか。
Oh my god, the voice acting is so good. I just need some time to gather my courage. Could you grant me that? Why is he even asking? Nobody here will force him to make up his mind. Of course, I won't either. However, Oishi needs someone's approval. Oishi is still passionate about his work as a police officer, yet he isn't brave enough to take on this case. He wants somebody to forgive him for that. But nobody can do that, and nobody can stop Oishi from crying.
はい。
Man, she's so cool.
その時間を僕は許します。
Yes, I will grant you that time. Hanyu, how long has she been here? Hanyu has arrived. I didn't see her come in. But then again, she's always around. Hanyu is the guardian deity of Hinamizawa after all.
あなたが決心するのに必要な時間を僕は許します。
I'll grant you some time to make your
あ
decision.
なたは今日まで自分に素直であり、そして厳しくもありながら、今日までの人生を積み重ねてきました。
You have been honest and you've been tough on yourself until today.
そんな決して軽くない人生だからこそ、決断を求められる時にも、その選択肢は重みを得るのです。
Your life is not to be taken lightly, and that's why you're having such a hard time deciding.
軽々しい選択や万有は決して誇らしいものではない。
One should never be proud of careless decisions or brute courage.
真に誇るべきなのは、あなたのような真に重い人生を歩んできた者が本当に重い選択をした時なのです。
A careful judgment made by a person who has lived a worthy life, like you. That's what's worth being proud of. She might sound arrogant to us, but that was exactly what Oishi needed to hear. Right, who among us has the right to admonish Oishi, the eldest one here? No one. No one should be able to. Nobody but one. The one who has been protecting humans for over 1,000 years. Hanyu.
あなたが冷静で落ち着きある選択をしようとも、勇敢で男らしい選択をしようとも、私はあなたを称えましょう。
No matter if you decide calmly or courageously, I will praise you.
それがあなたの悩み抜いた選択である限り。
As long as your decision was made well.
初めて会うお嬢さん、ありがとう。
Man, this is so sweet. Oh my god, I have actual tears in my eyes. This is a great start to the stream. The mountain dogs probably grabbed the insane worker off the street and the others scattered. The guy who had the idea to share the blame is the real culprit, but how would you figure that out? Only when someone involved outs themselves, it may get brought up. I think, didn't he like kill the other workers though? Or, oh god, it's so hard to remember. Or did they... I think like someone snitched. And didn't he like get super paranoid and like kill the others or something? I'm not sure. I don't remember. But like that is such a tragic story, and like it took the life of someone who was so important to another person. I wonder if that guy ever knew how, you know, Oishi saw him. It's so sad. I don't know. I feel really bad for Oishi right now, and the music is definitely not helping. I feel like this is so tragic. Someone snitched later on, but I don't know if the others were killed. I remember that the article stated about him getting extremely paranoid, you know, because he was already affected by Hinamizawa syndrome. So, if he was already in that deranged state, I don't know, I feel like he might have killed someone, but yeah, I don't remember the article that well. It was in the very first episode after all. I've never met you before, but thank you.
なぜか一番嬉しかった言葉です。
That makes me feel better.
臆病な私に時間を許してくれてありがとう。
Thank you for giving a coward like me the time of day. If it was me, I would have asked Oishi to be my ally and asked him for help, but that wouldn't have reached his heart. Wanting help is my selfish request. I don't know anything about the life he lived, and that's why my words wouldn't reach him. But Hanyu's words did. Hanyu has never told me this, but I can tell she's been watching Oishi since the day he was born. She's been watching all that he went through. That's why she can say that. And why what she said could reach him. Only Hanyu can do that.
入江先生、たった一つだけでいいんです。
Dr. Irie, there's only one thing.
教えてください。
Please tell me one thing.
何でも聞いてください。
Sure, ask me anything.
私はおやっさんをバラバラにして殺した連中を裏で
Oishi.
糸を引いていたのは園崎家だと信じて追ってきました。
I've long suspected that the Sonozaki family was pulling the strings in the old man's murder case.
それは正解ですかね。
Am I right to think that?
いいえ、不正解です。
No, you're not. You're wrong.
ひなみざわ村連続開始事件はすべて私たち側から説明できることです。
We can explain everything about the series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa.
そうですか。
Man, the thing that he's been researching for the past fucking 5 years just came crumbling down. He was like, oh, I just need this one last thing to finally get those Sonozaki suckers. And then turns out it wasn't even them. That must be earth-shattering. I feel so awful. Oh, it's so well written, but God, I feel so bad for him. I see. Oishi pretended to scratch his head. For so long, he pursued the case with that belief, yet someone deeply involved was telling him he'd missed the mark, so he must be feeling at least some frustration. What Iria said wouldn't be enough, so I have to continue.
大石、お社様のたたりと呼ばれる事件は、どれも村人の暗躍によるものではありません。
Oishi, none of the curses of Oyashiro-sama were done in secret by the
園
villagers.
崎家も御三家も、そして村人も、一切が関係ないのです。
The Sonozaki family, the 3 families, and the other villagers, none of them are involved. Well, that's not entirely true. For one, you know, the murderer of his friend is one of the villagers. Or, well, technically construction site worker. I guess, I don't know. I guess he still lived wherever he came from. But, what was the next one? Was it already Takano's parents? Was that already the next one? That was Takano. Not Takano. Oh my god, I can't even remember the name. Satoko! The blonde girl! She pushed down her parents. So technically, she was involved. She's one of the villagers. Came from Tokyo and lived on the dam site, if I remember correctly. Okay, so yeah, well, technically, that would make him one of the villagers too, no? Rika's parents, not by the villagers, technically. The Hojo aunt, technically by one of the villagers, namely Satoshi. Yeah, so what she's saying is not entirely true. I guess their disappearances, like Satoshi's disappearance, wasn't because of anyone but the Iri Institute, you know, because they technically, I'm guessing, dissected him. There were only misunderstandings, misinterpretations, coincidences, tragedies, and comedies. The real identity of the curse of Oyashiro-sama is simply a series of misinterpretations. It only looks like the villagers are acting in secret.
それじゃあ私が今日まで集めてきた園崎家が裏でどうこうっていうのは
I guess what she's trying to say is that it wasn't, you know, like a conspiracy, like the villagers, like the whole village united doing this, but like only individual cases, I'm guessing, is what Rika's trying to say. What a day for Oishi. Yup, what a day. This must be really hard to hear for him. Not only are you potentially going to lose out on your pension that you've worked your entire life on, should you choose to pursue the truth further, but also you learn that the past 5 years have basically been a waste of your time because you've been so wrong about everything. Very sad. So, all the information I've gathered so far about the Sonozaki family
全部ガセだったってそういうことですかね
is worthless?
園崎家当主にはいかなる天才もすべて自らの差し金であるように振る舞うべしという秘密の家訓がありますです。
The heads of the Sonozaki family have a secret precept. They must always act as if they command even natural disasters. Well, kind of, you know, they kind of brought that upon themselves. If someone is suspecting them of murder year after year, by doing this, they're basically just bringing it upon themselves.
園崎家は何も知らない。
The Sonozaki family knows
い
nothing.
や、それどころか毎年起こる事件に怯えてすらいる。
Moreover, they are even afraid of the incidents that occur every
で
year.
も、それを家の威厳に組み込むため、黒幕を装っているだけなのです。
But in order to maintain their dignity, they act as though they are the ones behind everything.
そんな家訓があるんですか
He didn't even know. Oh my goodness.
なるほど
I
納
see.
得です
It all makes sense now. Oishi, you were fooled. Unfortunately, they trolled you.
それが本当ならお寮のばあさんめくそ思わせぶりなことばかり言いやがるな
And that Oreo woman, damn it. She sure said some things to mislead me. There's such a heartbreaking... Oh, my phone died. That's awesome. It's too warm in my room. Oh my god, did my phone just die completely? This is great. Oh, it is warm. Oh, hell. Yeah, I'm gonna be frozen for a little bit. I'm gonna take off the... the phone case and unplug the charger. Hopefully it'll settle down. Otherwise, I'll just have to... I'll have to come up with a different solution. What if we do this for the time being? Hold on. This is the best I can do. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to live with PNG. It's one of those days, unfortunately. I'm gonna close the app on my phone. I can't even close the app. Oh. Okay, well.
それ本当なんですよね
You're telling me the truth, aren't you?
本当なのですよ。
Yes, I am.
古出家当主の秘密巻物にも書いてありますです。
It's written in the foot of the family's secret scrolls
見
too.
ますですか？
Do you want to see? Oh. He's losing his mind. That's a very good laugh. It's kind of sad, but also really good. Why is it in the foot of their family secret scrolls though? That's crazy. Did they like all just, I don't know, decide that the Sonozaki family should take the blame for everything? Like, why is it in their scrolls? That's insane. That book really is captivating, huh? It sure was. Unfortunately, I don't have a proper, like, PNG. I just have this, which is, the one that Nua made for me for the Saihada Station streams. So, sorry. I used to have one, but I actually don't know if I can still use that. I have no idea what Oishi thinks is so funny. Nobody here can tell what's going through Oishi's mind. Except the girl who has watched over human beings for over 1,000 years.
大石が嬉しい気持ち、僕にはわかりますです。
I can understand why you're so happy.
おや、何がわかるって言うんですか？
What do you mean?
誰かを憎まなくていいというのは、とてもとても幸せで気持ちいいことだってわかりますから。
The thought that you don't have to hate anyone anymore is a very, very welcome concept.
まさかまさか。
Oh no.
園崎家が獅子骨市内を牛耳るたちの悪い暴力団組織であることに変わりはありません。
The Sonozaki family still is a vile organization with its claws all over Shishibune City. That doesn't change.
連中のとこのチンピラに刺されたこともありますからね。
I've been stabbed by one of them before, you know? He has? By whom? Who stabbed Oishi? What the hell? We must all act like insane people and put all the blame on ourselves while outwardly pretending we don't know anything. That's insane! I mean, yeah, they're trying to be, but like, why? Why are they like that? That's insane. I just don't understand the benefit of it, except for, you know, people fearing them, but like, does anyone seriously believe it's all the Sonozaki family? I mean, I guess the more you do it, the more people believe it. It's a lot of work, you know? Imagine if Oishi died in that one chapter where he got ambushed in his car. You mean when he got killed by the Okanogi gardeners? Or, you know, the mountain dogs, technically? That was a horrific scene. I don't want to remember that ever again. That was an awful scene. Truly so sad. The Sonozakis also did the whole tearing off Shion's nails. I mean, yeah, they are fucked up, but like... why? Like, what's the benefit of being even more scary? Isn't that what people try to avoid usually? They try to avoid seeming suspicious, but like... this family is trying the exact opposite. High moments in aura.
別に開始事件の黒幕でないと分かったからといって私にとって敵対的な存在であることが変わるわけではありません。
Also, I need this soundtrack. I'm sorry, but it's a banger. I need to open it so I can listen to this later because holy damn, it's a good one. They may not be responsible for the mysterious deaths, but they're still my enemies.
まあそれだけのことなんですがなぜか愉快になっちゃいましたね。
That's all still true, but I just feel happy. None of us can tell if what Hanyu is saying is right. Oishi believed the Sonozaki family was behind it all. Now that he's learned that they're not, I'm sure he feels like everything he stands for has been made meaningless. But if Hanyu says that's not the case, to hate someone must be such a painful thing. I can't explain Oishi's laughter, all I can do is speculate. I mean, he's laughing out of sheer despair is what I'm imagining. He's just overwhelmed, I'm assuming. Oishi left with a cigarette in his mouth, saying that he wanted to cool off a little.
高野さんが白か黒か、それがわからないことには話が進みませんね。
We won't get anywhere until we know if Takano-san is guilty or not.
富武さんの方の結果を待ってからしか動くことはできないでしょう。
So we won't be able to act until after we hear the report from Tomitake-san.
リカちゃんがなぜ高野さんをそこまで疑うのか。個人的には高野さんに悪い気がするけれども。
I don't know why Rika-chan is so suspicious of Takano-san. Personally, I feel bad for her.
でも、リカちゃんの言うことにも一理はあった。
But what she said makes sense too.
リカちゃんは大切な身なんだ。
Rika-chan is an important
その
person.
周りには疑わしいものはわずかほども存在してはならないからね。
And we can't let anyone suspicious get near her. Tomitaka is making it sound like he's going to prove Takano's innocence. I guess I can't blame him since he's in love with her. To be honest, I'm also hoping that Takano isn't guilty. This is Rika's inner monologue? Dude, Hanyu literally told you that she is guilty. She killed you! Takano understands me and she was one of my allies. I had a friendship with her. I've trusted her for over 100 years. I mean, I guess if you trust her and you want to believe that she's your friend, you'd not want to believe what you've been told about them is true, but I feel like I would believe Hanyu if she remembered the death for once in like hundreds, thousands of years possibly. Then I feel like I'd believe it. It would be nice if no one was guilty, no one did terrible things, yeah. It would be nice, but unfortunately, I wouldn't even say that it's just Takano's fault. Like, she went through some shit. She's, unfortunately, heavily traumatized. And, therefore, is doing some fucked up shit later in her life. And it's just all so sad. It's just a collection of tragedies in the end. But Hanyu says that Takano is guilty. If something pops out when we poke her, then the question is how well Tomitaka can catch it. To get people to help me, I have to find proof of Takano's guilt. So, I just have to trust Tomitaka for now.
富武さん、くれぐれも身辺にはご注意を。
Tomitaka-san, please be very careful.
もし相手が黒ならば、あなたの身に最初に危険が。
If she is guilty, then you'll be in danger too.
分かってます。
I understand.
すぐに宿を入江機関に内緒で変更します。
I'll move to a new hotel without letting the institute know.
本当はすぐにひなみ沢を離れた方がいいのでしょうが、もし高野さんが黒ならば、それはかえって逆効果です。
I should probably leave Hinamizawa immediately, but if Takano-san is guilty, that would backfire.
難しいところですね。
That's pretty tough, yeah.
内定中は普段通りに装うのが処方ですから。
It's a cardinal rule to act normally during a secret investigation.
もしよろしかったら、私の宿に入りますか？
Would you prefer to stay with me? You can't say that in front of Fujoshi, okay? I will get the wrong idea.
いえ、それには及びません。
If Takano gets dismantled early on, they may get to know about the reality of the situation, but knowing Takano, she'll take it to her grave. Yeah. I mean, I don't think anything is stopping her at this point. You know how she was in that one episode where she literally killed kids. I think to get what she wants, she'll do anything. She has done anything. She will do anything that it takes for her to get what she wants, and she will never just give in. I have a feeling that they'll have to do something pretty drastic to get her to stop. I don't see them not ambushing her and not arresting her, because I don't think she'll stop just with words, but I don't know, maybe if they appeal to her inner child, it'll all work out.
大丈夫。十分に注意します。
Well, that's alright. It's fine. I'll be very careful.
ということは、リカちゃんの身が一番不安だよ。
But Rika-chan's safety is the priority here.
どうしたものか。
What should we do? What should we do?
どうしよ
What should we do?
う。羽生、どうしたらいいと思う？
Hanyu, what should we do?
将棋に例えたらリカはむき出しの王将です。
I guess, shogi. What is... Okay, sorry. I don't know. I'm uncultured. What is shogi? Is that a game? Japanese chess. it's different from normal chess, apparently. They don't have the typical chess figurines, little chess pieces. They have little plates with Japanese symbols on them. Interesting. At least one Akasaka punch, please. Exactly. We need him to beat someone up, but he'll probably beat up some Okunogi people. Some mountain dogs. I'm yapping because there's gonna be an ad break in like literally 10 seconds. So I'm gonna start it now, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna put my phone in the freezer. Hello, I'm back. I need to adjust the game audio. My phone was in the freezer for a little bit. It's not cold, but we'll see. Okay. We'll just see if it can stay on this time. I think you remember how I told you that my phone broke and I had to get the screen replaced? And I got some really cheap knockoff screen for it. I don't know how much glass screens do for heat distribution, but I've literally never had my phone overheat while VTubing. I think maybe during like summer, but it's not that hot right now. So I'm a little bit shocked. We'll see how it goes. Also, thank you, Taikai Shirazu. I hope I said your name correctly for the sub. Thank you. That message looks different from what I'm used to, so I was a little confused. Thank you, I appreciate it. Also, hello, Klaus. Hope we're doing good today. Quote of the day, I'm gonna put my phone in the freezer. Yeah, well, it happens sometimes. You should just buy a new phone. I do have a new phone. I'm using my broken phone to stream, and I have my new phone to use, well, for my life. But the thing is, VTubing kind of ruins your battery, you know, because you have to have it constantly plugged in. I don't want to ruin my new phone, so I'm just using my old one for as long as I can. To be a PNG tuber, huh? That'd be so nice. No fucking tracking required. I love models and like Life 2D, but gosh, it's a process for sure. Better the freezer than a glass of water. True. I don't think that would... Actually, they are kind of water resistant, aren't they? Like, to a certain degree. I think if you plopped an iPhone into water, it wouldn't die, right? They are... Maybe they're not waterproof. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, actually. Water-cooled iPhone. What if I just, like, put it in ice water? That would be okay, surely. I don't know. Maybe they aren't waterproof. Makes sense. I did also torture my old phone. Yeah, it happens. Water resistant, but why would you risk it? To cool it. I know that people get like fans for their streaming phone. But like my phone literally never overheated before. This is so strange. I do have a new charger. Maybe it's just too much. Maybe it charges it too much. I'm not sure. I unplugged it now though. I don't think it's gonna survive for very long unplugged, but if it does run out of battery, I'll just plug it back in. The water plus dust ratings are typical at certain depths for a certain amount of time. Well, if I just dunk it like in a glass of water with ice, it should be fine, no? Maybe not. Maybe wrap it in a Ziploc bag before dunking it? That's actually so smart! That seems very stupid and like over the top, but like it could work. I dropped my iPhone in the shower, it died for a bit, and there was a small water damage on the screen, but after a few days it worked again. That's pretty good. Yeah, I dropped my phone around Christmas time, and it didn't turn on. And then after a few days it did turn on, so I got the screen replaced, but it was like a very cheap phone screen. It was like, I don't know, 40 bucks, I don't remember. It was very cheap. And the screens usually cost like up to 200 or something. Transfer the phone feels so extreme. Yeah, but a lot of VTubers have them. I think like if you have a very hot room and like it's summer where you live and like it's or like just super hot I think it's kind of required because your phone will die. Your phone will explode. Surely we can glue a computer CPU cooler to the back of the phone. Maybe. Get a water-resistant case and put the phone in an ice cup of water. Or maybe just in a cup with ice. Doesn't even need to have water. Just ice. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Is it getting warm? It's already getting warm. What the fuck? Well, we'll just have to see how long it lasts for. I need to commission someone for a PNG model or a Fugi something because I have nothing. So in like cases like this, oh god, there's a helicopter right in front of my window. Hello. Why? Every time I'm streaming, there's a fucking helicopter. Stop it. No, there's helicopters here very frequently, and they like land in the field next to where I live because there's a lot of space there to land. So when people, like old people die, they usually just land the helicopter there. You know, I live in the Hinamizawa, German Hinamizawa, okay? So there's a lot of old people and they die, and so people, you know, that helicopters come here a lot. I've seen people use cases that have like a lanyard to go around your neck and are a little waterproof. Just rapidly flip between two images. Yeah, sure. Hello, oh my god, Sarah Random Lemon. I can see it now. I can see the 3 words in the name. Hi, hope you're doing good today. Commission art of your phone slowly heating up. Sure. I wish I could. I wish I could join the helicopter. Sounds like they're having fun. I mean, they're just flying. What? That sounds like fun always. Anyway, enough about my phone and it overheating. It's looking at me angrily. I'm scared. I might have to. I still have my iPad. I could use my iPad, but that overheats too. We'll see. If it overheats again, we'll just switch to a PNG for the rest of the stream and I'll figure something out. I'll just commission someone or whatever. Using shogi as an example, you're like an unprotected king.
リカさえ抑えれば、このゲームは高野の勝ちになりますです。
As soon as Takano gets a hold of you, the game is over.
将棋の定石はまず王将の守りを固めてからよね。
One of the most important rules in shogi is to guard the king off first, right?
はい。今日は木曜日。綿流しはしあさって。最低でも綿流しの日まで誰にも知られず、そして一番安全なところに避難するべきかもしれないです。
Yes, today is Thursday. Watanagashi is in 3 days. You need to hide somewhere nobody can find you until at least then.
そんなうまい場所あるかしら。
Any idea where?
僕はそこはミオンに頼るべきだと思いますです。
Didn't they already have that plan? Why is she acting like she doesn't know? I think you should ask
そう
Mion.
ね。園崎本家の地下祭宮殿は立てこもるにはとても理想的。
That's true. The Sonozaki family's underground storehouse would be an ideal place to hide. Storehouse, quote unquote. The torture room, you mean?
そこへは聡子も連れて行くべきだと思いますです。
It's still so insane how they just have like a bunch of torture implements in that storeroom. I can't believe it. That they even have the audacity to call it a storeroom is crazy to me. Like, yeah, sure. Or also just torture chamber. Satoko should go with you too.
聡子を残して私だけが消えれば、その行方は聡子が知っているに違いないということになる。
If I leave Satoko behind, I'll question her about my
残
whereabouts.
せば聡子にも危険が及んでしまうわね。
She may be in danger too. I think what I was confused about is that she didn't know where to hide, even though, like, I'm pretty sure last stream it was mentioned that they would go to the Sonozaki family's basement. So now I'm confused as to why they're mentioning it again. Because Rika already knew this. They already talked about this. So the fact that she's asking, like, where should I hide is a little confusing. Because she literally told Tomitake and Akasaka. No, not Akasaka. I think Tomitake and Irie, just them, that she would go hide in the Sonozaki basement. It's a little gauche to call it a torture chamber. What is gauche? Tactless, graceless. I would say that's very fitting. That means I'll have to tell the truth to at least Sadako and Mion, that the comic plot we discussed wasn't just fiction. Still, I always seem to underestimate their reliability. It really is beyond my imagination. I need to talk to them. I have a feeling they'll believe me. They're my steadfast allies, after all.
僕たちはしばらくの間、身を隠そうと思いますです。
We're going into hiding for a while.
ミーの家なら、身を隠すことができる場所がありますのです。
There's a perfect place for that at Mion's house.
そこはとても安全？
Will you really be safe there?
はい。秘密の防空壕みたいなとこなのです。
Yes, it's like an air raid shelter.
中には何でもあって、1ヶ月くらいこもることもできるに違いないです。
It has everything we need. We can easily stay there for about a month. The Sonozaki family's underground storehouse has every basic necessity, in case someone actually had to live there due to some complication or another. Miana's mentioned before that it's like a unique vacation house. I don't know how you can call a place with a torture room, okay, a vacation house though.
高野さんの調査がすぐわかるか当分かかるかやってみないとわからないけど、
I don't know how long my investigation into Takano-san will take.
何かわかったらミオンちゃんの家に連絡するということでいいかな。
But as soon as I found out something, I'll call Mion-chan's house. Is that okay?
それが助かりますです。
That works fine.
今だから白状するけど、山犬は保安上の理由からリカちゃんの家の電話を盗聴できるようにしている。
To tell you the truth, the mountain dogs have a bug on Rika-chan's home phone for security reasons.
その方が都合がいいね。
So that works better either way.
僕の恥ずかしい話はすべてみんなに聞かれていたのです。
So somebody has been listening to all of my personal conversations?
いや、聞ける設備が設けてあるだけで、普段の会話をすべて聞いてるわけじゃないんだ。
No, it's set up so they can tune in, but that doesn't mean they're listening to every normal conversation.
年に数回ある保安訓練の際にそれをしているだけなんだよ。
They only do it when they have a security drill. That happens a few times a year.
多分診療所の私の電話も盗聴されてるんでしょうね。
I bet my phone at the clinic is being wiretapped too, huh?
ええ、
Well, yes.
そこは施設の性格上からご了承いただきたいところです。
That's because of the purpose of the facility, though. Please understand. Boyo literally gets killed, but sure. Imagine that he got going on vacation for a month through the torture dungeon. It's not like that has happened before. Well, maybe not a month, but it was like a week or so. It was a little crazy. Though that was my favorite chapter.
失礼。その盗聴の具体的方法は？
Excuse me, how do they actually do that?
リカちゃんの家に引いてある電話線が分岐してあります。
Rika-chan's landline branches
それが
off.
神社の裏側の沢の近くに掘ったて小屋があるでしょ。
Do you remember the little shack behind the
そこ
shrine?
へ引かれていて、そこで盗聴することができます。
The line leads into there, which is where they wiretap it.
通常は無人ですが、山犬に対し要人警護命令が出ると、常時2名の通話監視員が常駐し、すべての会話を録音します。
Usually there's no one there, but once mountain dogs receive orders to guard her, there will be 2 agents recording conversations in there all the time.
もちろん、普段は録音していません。
Of course, they don't actually record anything.
近日中に保安訓練の予定は？
Is there a security drill scheduled in the near future?
また、要人警護命令が出る予定は？
Or maybe orders to guard her?
保安訓練は1月、4月、7月、10月に行っています。
Security drills take place in January, April, July, and October.
ですから今月はありません。
So there's no drill this month.
要人警護命令は何か緊急事態が起こると予想される場合に発令されますが、機関設立以来 発令されたことは一度もありません。
Orders to guard her are given only when they anticipate an emergency, but they haven't been given even once since the institute was established.
発令の権限者は
Who gives those orders?
所長、つまり私ですが、高野さんは事実上の所長代行なので、私に代わって発令することが可能です。
The director does, which is me, but Takano-san is a surrogate director, so she can send out orders too.
もし高野氏が本当にリカちゃんを狙う黒幕なら、その要人警護命令を逆手に使い、彼女を監視する手段に使うでしょうね。
If Takano really is the person who wants to kill Rika-chan, then she'll use the mountain dogs to spy on her.
その可能性は十分に考えられます。
That's very possible.
ということは、つまり
It's kind of weird still. Like, this episode is very weird because we basically already know about the culprit for the first time. So this kind of feels less like the standard Higurashi episode, and every time they're talking about stuff that we as the reader already know, like we know for sure that Takano is the culprit, it just feels kind of weird because it's like, I know more than these guys do. Simply because of the stuff that I've, read and seen, it's kind of scary. I guess Hanyu in this case represents that person, but I feel like it's just kind of a very different feeling compared to the other episodes knowing what has already happened.
その小屋に何者かが出入りするようになったら、それは高野氏が動き出したという証拠であり、
In other words, if people start to go in and out of that shack, it means that Takano has made her move.
リカちゃんの近辺に緊張が増した証拠であると読み取っていいわけですね。
So we could take that as proof that tensions are building around Rika-chan, right?
高野さんが黒幕である証拠になるかは分かりませんが、リカさんの周辺に危険が迫っている可能性が高いと読み取ることはできるでしょう。
I don't know if that would prove that Takano-san is behind it, but we can take it as a sign that danger is approaching.
確かに高野氏が黒であろうと白であろうと、そういうことになりますね。
Indeed, regardless of whether Takano is guilty or not, that's what it means.
その小屋が監視されている一方で、実際には他の場所に避難しているというのは。
As long as we keep our eyes on the shack, Rika-chan will stay safe and secure.
なるほど。うまい手かもしれない。
That's a great idea.
でもリカ、一つだけ問題が。
But there's one problem, Rika.
夜に明かりもつかなかったら、家が無人なのはすぐにバレてしまいますです。
If there are no lights on in the house at night, it'll be obvious to everyone that there's nobody home.
高野たちは盗聴などしなくても、夕方か夜頃にその様子を見るだけで、学校を休んでいるのは仮病で、僕たちが気づいて逃げ出したのだと知ってしまうに違いないのです。
Takano doesn't even have to wiretap your phone. As soon as she sees the house, she'll realize you're skipping school and ran away. The thing is that if Rika were to leave, right? Like if she left Hinamizawa, wouldn't that mean that everyone would also have like an L5 outbreak? Or is that not how the disease works? If that is how the disease works, she can even deduct that Rika is still in Hinamizawa just by, people acting normally, right? Then again, if it doesn't lead to an outbreak, if she just ups and leaves, maybe it would be harder to tell where she is.
それもそうね。そしてそれは高野のことを調べている富武にとっては都合が悪い。
You're right, and that puts Tomitaka, who's investigating Takano, in a tight spot.
確かに。どうにかしたい点ね。
We'll have to think of something to counteract that.
さっき赤坂が言っていた盗聴をしている小屋の監視。
So we're dealing with having to observe the wiretapping shack, like Akasaka was saying earlier.
それから大風で寝込んでいることを装うための明かりのつけ消し。
Then there's the problem with having to keep the lights on at your house.
それからいざという時、赤坂が村の中にいてくれる方がいいというのを3つ合わせて、あうあうしますと。
It's also a fact that it's better for Akasaka to stay in the village. If I put all three together and mix them up, I get...
一つの提案が浮かびますですよ。
Ow, wow, wow, I have an idea.
まさかあんた、赤坂を私の家に泊まらせようってこと？
Oh no, you aren't thinking about letting Akasaka stay at my house, are you?
ダメダメダメダメ絶対ダメ
No, 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 no. Absolutely not.
全然片付いてないし臭いし汚いしみっともないし赤坂なんか絶対に入れられないダメダメダメダメ
That's your issue? My house is a mess. It smells and it's filthy. I can't let Akasaka stay in there. No, no, no.
赤坂がお泊まりなのですよ
Akasaka staying over. I thought the issue was
ダメだ
going
って
to
言ってる
be
でしょ
that he would be in danger, technically, you know, because if they attack the house, then he would be in there getting attacked. But I didn't think that that was going to be her issue. Interesting. I said no.
ダメダメやだやだダメダメやだやだ
No, 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 no.
リカちゃんは何をはしゃいでるんだい？
Why are you making such a fuss, Rika-chan?
みーちょっと取り乱してしまいましたのですよ
I lost my cool there for a moment. You sure did.
ニパ
Jeez, just because Hanyu's insisting. Okay, what is... Hello? Why is she acting like this? Ow, 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 ow? Okay, that was
確かに
weird.
リカちゃんの家がもぬけの殻になれば、夜の明かりとかですぐにバレてしまいますね。
The mountain dogs are peanuts to Akasaka? At least head on, true? He can just, one punch them. The tone shift is amazing. I don't know what it's trying to imply. Like, my first initial thought was like, are they trying to make it seem like Rika has a crush on him and that's why she doesn't want him to see the house being a mess? Because she isn't bothered by anyone else coming to her home, you know? So I'm a little confused. Yeah, I'm just confused. One punch. It's true that if Rika-chan's house ends up empty, there won't be any lights on at
つけっ
night.
ぱなしにしても、未明までつきっぱなしではすぐ怪しまれてしまう。
And leaving them on would be even more suspicious.
赤坂
Akasaka.
そのみ
I can't watch this. I'm cringing.
僕がいない間赤坂が僕のお家にお泊まりするというのはそのどうでしょう
What do you think of staying at my house while I'm gone?
なるほど。それはうまい手かもしれない。
I see. That's a great
リ
idea.
カちゃんさえ良ければ、その手で行きましょう。
As long as it's okay with you, Rika-chan, let's do that. Akasaka seems to think it's a pretty good idea. Am I selfish for wanting him to get a little embarrassed about staying at my house? What? I should be ashamed of myself. Ow, ow, ow. Ryukishi, you should be ashamed of yourself. For writing something like that. Tomisaka's my OTP. Real. Everything is set. Tomitaka is going to get in touch with his colleagues in Tokyo and start an investigation on Takano. That's all. That's all we can do from our end. Irie is going to lead his normal life. To act normally after something like this will be pretty difficult, but there really isn't anything else for him to do right now. Takano is sly. She'll never let Irie ruin her plans. Actually, Irie only comes into the picture after Takano's been exposed. Oishi didn't say he would help, but he said he wouldn't interfere with us. In fact, there are some people with ties to the mountain dogs at the police department too. It's probably best if Oishi acts normally like Irie is. I'm going to tell Sakano... I can't fucking speak anymore. Oh! Sakano! It's fucking Satoko's and Takano's daughter. I don't even know anymore. Hello, Moontoms. Hi, hope we're doing good today. I'm going to tell Satoko the truth and hide at Mion's house for a while, starting today. I don't know how long I'll have to hide, but it'll at least be until something happens. Akasaka's going to stay at my house and make it look like I'm homesick. If something happens, coming all the way from Okinomiya would take too long. It feels much better to have him stay in the village. Everything will begin only once Tomitaka finds out something. Irie says he hopes things will get moving soon, but I don't think we need to worry about that. He will try to kill Tomitaka on the night of Watanagashi on Sunday, 2 days from today. That has never changed in many, many worlds, so that's definitely their plan. In other words, even if Tomitaka doesn't find anything, the wheels will start turning in 2 days. I had warned Tomitaka again to be extremely careful. But still, if I still get killed, I'll curse your family for 7 generations after I die. Real and true. It's already getting dark. Everyone went home except for Akasaka. I'm still thinking about how to tell Satoko and Akasaka. And also about what's to come. About Akasaka, sorry.
悩んでもしょうがないのですよ。
Worrying about it won't solve
理
anything.
科の悪い癖は仲間を過小評価しているところだと思いますです。
Rika, you have a bad habit of underestimating your friends.
とは言うものの、今日学校でみんなで楽しく話していた漫画の話が実は本当でした。
But how can she believe that what we talked about at school today is actually real?
下手をすればあなたも殺されますなんて急に言って信じてくれると思う？
How can she believe me when I tell her that her life is in danger?
それに聡子にとってこんな初対面の男まで急に連れてきて。
In addition, I'm bringing home this guy she's never met before.
聡子が信じないと思いますか？
Don't you think Sadako will believe you?
それはわかんないけど、その可能性もあるでしょ。
I don't know, but it's possible that she won't.
なんだ、聡子は友達じゃなかったのですね。
Oh, so Sadako isn't your friend, is she? What? What Hanyu just said startled me. It was kind of scary. Kind of a scary thing to hear, even though she said it while wearing her usual warm
僕
smile.
は聡子は仲間だと信じていますから。聡子に話せばきっと信じてくれて味方になってくれると信じています。
I know Sadako is one of us. I think she'll believe you and become your ally against Takano.
でもリカは聡子を信じられないと言っています。
But you're saying you can't trust her.
それはリカにとって聡子が友達ではないということです。
That's like saying Sadako isn't your friend.
その程度の存在なら話しても時間の無駄なのです。はうわうわう。
If she isn't even your friend, then why waste your time telling her about it?
聡子なんかほったらかして僕たちだけでミオンのところに行っちゃいましょうです。
Let's just leave Sadako behind and go to Mion's house by ourselves. Just the two of us.
バカ。
What are you saying?
何を言ってるの？そんなわけないでしょ。
That's nonsense.
聡子は私の一番の親友で。
Sadako is my best friend and...
リカが真実を話す価値がないなら、それはその程度のものです。
If you don't think it's worth telling her the truth, then that's it.
リカの言う一番の親友なんて、野良猫に毎日餌をあげてるだけと同じ程度です。
You just think a best friend is like a stray cat that you feed every day.
リカは聡子のことをそんな程度で住まわしていたとは、僕も驚きです。
That's a little harsh, don't you think? I'm actually surprised to learn that you've been letting Sadako live with you when you think of her like that.
誰もそんなこと言ってないでしょ。
I didn't say that.
聡子は親友よ。
Sadako is my best friend.
私の一番のね。
My very best.
そうよ。あんたよりも。
Yeah, she's even closer to me than you are.
でも、信じてくれると信じてない。
But you don't believe she will believe.
野良猫に餌をやって、日々を一方的に愚痴るだけの関係。
It's the same as spouting your complaints at a stray cat that you feed every day.
猫さんは何もできないって分かってるから、その上で愚痴ってるだけの、それだけの関係。
You know the cat can't do anything, and knowing that, you still complain to her, and that's all your relationship is.
ああ、聡子はかわいそうに。
Oh, poor Satoko.
リカの一番の親友だと信じているのに、そのリカにはそうだと思われていないのです。
She believes you're her best friend, but you don't feel the same way.
こんな。
Damn you! I tried to slap Hanyu, but I couldn't touch her. My hand went through her cheek and hit only the air. I can't believe she made herself incorporeal again. That's so mean. You can't even beat her up when you need to. Hanyu disappeared, saying ow ow in a teasing manner. I'm upset, but I can totally understand what she was getting at.
リカちゃんの同居人は納得してくれるかい？
Will your roommate agree?
納得させますです。
I'll make her agree.
聡子はこの陰謀に何の関係もないですが、 僕と一緒に住んでいる以上、絶対に巻き込まれますです。
Satoko has nothing to do with this conspiracy, but since she lives with me, she's going to end up involved anyway.
聡子のためにも僕が説明しないと。
For Satoko's sake, I have to explain this to her.
私は外で待ってた方がいいかな。
Should I wait outside?
いいえ、赤坂が一緒にいてくれた方が冗談ではないと分かっていいかもしれないです。
No, I think it'll be better to have you with us so she doesn't think it's a joke.
僕にうまく説明できないときには助け舟を出してください。
If I can't explain it properly, can you help?
分かったよ。
Sure, I will. I went up to the second floor with Akasaka. To be honest, I couldn't even imagine how to start bringing it up. But even Hanyu made fun of me. I can't hesitate. I made up my mind and walked into the room and was surprised. My messy room is all cleaned up. Satoko is packing her pajamas and towels into her duffel bag. It's as if she's going on a camping trip.
聡子、ただいまなのです。
Satoko, I'm home.
理科の分の荷物もできてますわよ。
Here, I got your luggage ready too.
まさかミオンさんに歯ブラシやタオルまで借りるわけにはいかないでございましょう。
We can't just borrow toothbrushes and towels from Mion-san, you know?
それに見ず知らずの男性の方をこんな散らかったお部屋に入れるわけにもいきませんし。
Besides, we can't let some strange man stay in a messy room either.
だから私、普段からもう少しお片付けをしましょうって言ってたんではございませんの。
This is why I always tell you to tidy things up around here. I blinked in surprise. I don't understand why Satoko already knows what's going on. If she saw me, Iri, and Tomitaka talking behind the shrine with Oishi and a strange man, she'd be sure to get curious. Satoko must have overheard our conversation. Not only that, she packed our luggage and cleaned our room, which means she already knows Akasaka is going to stay in this house. She must have come home in a hurry to get things done. That's so
漫画なんか
cute!
の話じゃなかったんですのね。
That's so cute! She did hear it all! She's amazing! Look at her. She's awesome. So it wasn't just a storyline for some comic, was it?
私、理科のそういうところは嫌いなんですのよ。
You know, that's what I don't like about you, Rika.
私が理科の話を信じなかったことがありまして。
Have I ever doubted you before?
私こそが理科に一番最初に頼ってもらえる親友でいるつもりでしたのに。
I always thought that I was your best friend, that you would count on me before anyone else.
ごめんなさいなのです。
I'm sorry. Satoko doesn't seem that angry. Rather, she seems shocked that what we talked about at school is real. She isn't really that upset. But this is exactly what Hanyu said. I thought Satoko was my best friend, yet I couldn't trust her completely. Having realized this, I apologized. Satoko turned around as if to tell me there's no time for apologies. I think she accepted it. As the proof of that, she's getting things ready to go to Mion's house. Thank you, Satoko.
赤坂さんでございましたっけ？
Akasaka-san, is it?
理科とどういうご縁かは存じませんけど、理科の味方なら私の味方でもありますわね。
I don't know how you and Rika know each other. But if you're Rika's ally, then you're mine too.
北条聡子と申しますわ。
You may call me Satoko Hojo, as if she has another name. She's so sweet. She's adorable. Their friendship is really cute.
よろしく。
Nice to meet you.
赤坂と言います。
I'm Akasaka.
リカちゃんを取り巻く陰謀はあまりに深く容易に説明できるものではありませんでした。
The conspiracy surrounding Rika-chan runs pretty deep, and it's not easy to explain.
それを打ち明け拒絶されるかもしれないことに怯えていた彼女の気持ちをどうか汲み取ってあげてください。
She was afraid you'd reject her after she confessed to everyone, so please try to understand how she felt too.
そんなことは分かってましたよ。
Of course I understand.
私は理科の一番の親友なんですのよ。
I'm Rika's best friend, you know.
その私に信じてもらえなかったら、世界中で誰にも信じてもらえないということですのよ。
She was thinking that I didn't believe her. Who would?
なら、臆病になるのも分かろうというものですわ。
I can understand why she'd be afraid.
さとこちゃんは本当に大人です。
You're really mature, Sadako-chan.
そんなあなたに親友と呼んでもらえるリカちゃんが羨ましいです。
Rika-chan is lucky to have you as her best friend. I'm pretty envious of her. Satoko took Akasaka around the house and explained everything. She let him know that the switch for the hot water heater sticks a little and that if the picture on the TV gets messed up, he needs to tap on it. She even told him all about the traps she set around the shrine, using a secret map of hers. Akasaka listened to her dead seriously. Upon seeing them talk, I couldn't help but smile. Very cute. This had me tearing up. It's very cute, isn't it? It makes me very happy. Hanyu also smiled while watching us, but it felt like she was saying, I told you so. I'm going to pretend that I don't notice her.
ひねくれ者のさとこがこれくらい簡単に信じてくれるんだから。
If I were
単純なミオンな
contrarian,
らもっとあっさり信じてくれるわね。
Satoko believed me this easily, then our simple-minded Mion will believe us even more easily.
疑い知らずの圭一も信じるだろうし、こういう時はやたらと勘のいいレナも信じてくれるだろうし。
Keiji doesn't even know how to doubt people, and Rena has sharp instincts, so she'll believe me too.
どいつもこいつもきっと私の話を疑いもせずに信じてくれるのかしらね。
So, everyone is going to believe me, huh? What about Shion? Hanyu didn't reply, but she smiled as if she's happy to see that I grew a little.
冷蔵庫の蓄えも十分ですわね。
Alright, there are plenty of things in the refrigerator.
リカ、せっかくお留守をお願いするんですのよ。
Rika, you're asking him to house
今
sit.
夜くらいご馳走しないと失礼に当たりましたよ。
So why don't you make dinner for him tonight?
それに万が一ということがありますもの。
Besides, just to be safe,
ミオンさんの家へはもう少し遅くなってからお伺いした方がいいですわね。
perhaps we should go over to Mion-san's house a little later.
そんな、どうかお気遣いなく。
Oh, don't worry.
こう見えても食事くらいなんとかできますので。
I can handle that myself.
リカの手料理をご馳走するチャンスなのですよ。
Come on, man. Ow, wow, this is a chance to serve him your homemade food, Rika. Ow, ow, ow.
今日のあんたは調子に乗りすぎ。
You really are annoying today.
そうね、さとこ。美味しい食事をご馳走しないとね。
Oh, right, Satoko. We have to make something good, huh?
そうそう。冷蔵庫に入ってる特用激辛キムチの大瓶を出してもらえる？
I have an idea. Can you bring out the large kimchi bottle from the refrigerator?
それじゃない。懲罰用じゃなく、
What?
死刑判決って書いてある方よ。
No, not that one. The one that says the death penalty, not the one that says punishment. That's insane. Like every time I've had kimchi, I tell myself, damn, I don't like this. I should never have it again. And then I still give in because it looks so yummy, but it just, I don't know, doesn't really taste that great to me. But maybe I've never had good kimchi. It's not even that spicy. Keiichi's power all this time was his stupidity. Most of the time he can't even comprehend the virus and stay sober most of the time for longer. Yeah, he does a pretty good job, and I think him being so dense and dumb has kind of worked out in his favor most of the time, which is also probably why he was able to break through the fourth wall basically and remember the time loops and everything. Work is over, I'm free. Happy weekend, Fita. I hope that you can enjoy your time relaxing.
今日はキムチチャーハンにしましょうです。
Let's make kimchi fried rice today.
赤坂、辛いのは大丈夫ですか？
Akasaka, do you like spicy food?
ああ、うん。
Oh, yes.
辛いのも大好きだよ。
I love spicy things. Oh no, wait, fuck. Hanyu can still taste whatever Rika puts in her body, right?
それと、冷蔵庫のシュークリームは
What?
もう賞味期限が切れてるから捨てちゃいましょうです。
The cream puffs in the refrigerator have expired, so let's throw them away.
残念残念。
Ah, what a waste.
モグラの高級店の美味しいやつだと聞いてたのに残念なのです。
I heard they're from a famous shop over in Gogura. That's so evil!
今日はあうあううるさいのが聞こえるわね。
The ow ows are awfully loud today.
野良犬でも吠えてるのかしら。
Maybe a stray dog's howling somewhere. Night is falling on the 16th of June. The pieces are lining up on the final game board one after another. No, pieces isn't the right word to call them. Night is falling on the 16th of June. We're gaining reliable allies for this final challenge. Our first key, Tomitaka, will be killed in 3 days. Fate is going to change before that point. Hell yeah. This was fucking long. We started this chapter last stream and we only just finished it. That was a long one. It was like 1.5 hours. Setting up the pieces. Continue preparations. Hell yeah. We still don't have a single tip. I guess we don't get one in this episode. There's going to be an ad break in 16 minutes. If I run it now, I have 16 extra minutes for the next one, I think. I think it stacks. Unless I'm dumb, but I think it stacks. So I think I'm gonna just run it now since it's a good stopping point for the ad break. And then we'll keep reading. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh my god. My fucking... My phone! Hold on. Okay. It should work now. Hi. Thank you. Welcome back, Tier 2. Let's continue. I drank a lot of water. Look at them. Maybe it is a battery issue?
フルデさんと北条さんは今朝風邪をひいたのでお休みと連絡がありました。
No, I actually just closed down the phone for a bit so that it can cool down during the ad break. Furuda-san and Hojo-san are absent today because they both have colds.
今季節の変わり目で大変風邪をひきやすい時期です。
The weather is changing, so it's easy to get sick.
暑いからといってお腹を出したりして寝ないように。
Make sure you cover yourselves when you go to
いい
sleep.
ですね。
Okay. I didn't change the volume.
二人とも一緒に住んでるから一緒に風邪ひいちゃったんだね。
They live together, so I guess they caught it
リカ
together.
ちゃん、あさっての綿流しだけど、巫女さんの役大丈夫なのかな
Hika-chan is supposed to perform as a shrine maiden on the day of Watanagashi. I hope she'll be okay. I hope.
祭りはみんなで遊ぼうって話なのに、二人とも風邪ってんじゃな。
Lots of fun at the festival.
明日にはケロッと治ってほしいもんだぜ。
I hope they recover by tomorrow somehow.
なあよ、帰りにみんなでお見舞いにでも寄らないか。
Hey, do you want to go see them on our way home?
何か冷たいものの差し入れでも持ってさ。
Maybe we can bring something healthy for them to eat too.
その必要はないよ。
Well, that would be awkward to find Akasaka in their room. We don't need
そ
to.
れより二人ともさ、今日の帰りおじさんの家に寄ってもらいたいんだけどいいかな。
By the way, can you two stop by this old man's house today? Mion usually enjoys ideas like bringing people food when they're sick. For whatever reason, she was a little curt today. Actually, she's been acting a little different since this morning. Even when I talk to her, her thoughts seem somewhere else. Now she's asking Rena and me to stop by at her house.
みーちゃんの家
Your house,
何
Mi-chan.
かあるの
What for?
うん。ちょっと大切な話があるんだよ。
Well, I need to talk to you about something
ここ
important.
ではできない。
I can't tell you right now, though. Mion seemed calmer than usual, which told me that it was about something very serious. There are always lots of patients running into the clinic just before lunchtime. Because of that, lunchtime at the clinic is always later than normal people's. It's just a short break, though. Our afternoon shift begins right away. The staff are enjoying their break, eating their delivery lunches. They can eat basically anywhere they want as long as the patients can't see them, and it's not a place we need to keep sterile. Because it's hot and humid, the meeting room with its air conditioner ends up being a popular place. The staff all eat their takeout lunches there. As I'm the director of this clinic, they might feel uncomfortable eating with me around. So I usually eat my lunch in the director's office out of consideration for them. Today I ordered lunch from a soba shop. Oh, now I want soba. I got an extra large. An extra large serving of mori soba, that is. Is that different from normal soba? I'm guessing it is. Hold on. Mori soba. Oh, it's prepared with cold soba noodles. Delicious. For whatever reason, they just call the dish an extra large. That makes ordering it complicated, since if I order an extra large and a kitsune udon, they'll just deliver an extra large kitsune udon instead. But is this really a large? It looks more like a regular size to me. As I recall, the owner of the restaurant has hurt her hip, so she must be having a hard time keeping things running. I was still thinking about that when Takano-san came in. Very interesting thought process, EDM. She was carrying a really large size order in her hands. Apparently she ordered a regular mori soba, and I grabbed the wrong one by mistake. Ah, what a hassle.
本当にわかりづらいですわよね。
It's easy to confuse them, isn't it?
何か目印になるものでもつけてくれればいいのに。
They should use some kind of mark, you know?
同感です。
I agree.
例えば、大盛りって書いたお子様ランチの旗みたいなのが立ててあるとかね。
For example, they can put like a flag on one of those kids' meals that say large size. Takano-san must have liked that idea. She laughed for a while.
よかったらご一緒にどうです
Would you like to join me? I invited her to sit on the
では
sofa.
せっかくですので。
Are you sure?
すみません。冷房をちょっぴりだけ弱めてもらってもよろしいですかしら。
Thank you, but could you turn the air conditioner down just a little?
それは失礼しました。
Sure, sorry about that.
よいしょ。ピッピッ
Here we go. Come to think of it, I haven't really talked too much with her. We were rather distant from each other, partly over the guilt of the organization becoming the Edie Institute. So with that and our respective positions, we had a taciturn agreement not to pry too deeply into each other. Since our attitudes towards our research are different, we've never mingled before. So chatting over lunch is a good way to get closer to her. I wonder what she likes to talk about while eating. I guess I should start a peaceful conversation. I don't want her to go off about something like tapeworms. We're having lunch after all. And while I try to come up with a topic, she started talking instead.
さっきのお子様ランチの旗の話。
He may get found out. I'm thinking the same thing. I feel like he shouldn't do things that are out of the ordinary for him. A flag on a kid's meal.
懐かしいですわね。
That brings back memories.
今時のお子様ランチにはまだ旗は立っているんでしょうか。
Do you think they still have those flags though?
さあどうでしょうね。
I don't know.
ああいうのは一つの様式ですからね。
It's one of those things that endure.
案外もっと未来になって宇宙旅行が実現するような時代になっても宇宙船の機内食のお子様ランチには旗が立っているような気がします。
So it's possible they will keep having flags on kids' meals even in the far future. Maybe even an in-flight kids' meal on a spaceship will have a flag on it.
それはなんだか面白い話ですわね。
That sounds interesting.
そんな未来になっても子供たちはあの旗を夢中になって集めるのかしら。
I wonder if kids will collect those flags even in the future.
旗を
Flags?
おやおや、そんなことをされていたんですか。
Did you collect them? I also collected them.
あら、所長は子供の頃にしませんでした？
Oh, didn't you do that when you were a kid?
お子様ランチの旗集め。
Collect the flags from kids' meals?
まさかまさか。
No way.
私たちが子供の頃のお子様ランチといったら裕福な家庭でなければなかなかありつけませんでしたよ。
When I was young, only rich kids could have meals like that. I always got like meals from IKEA when I went with my parents, and those portions would always come with a little Swedish flag. It was very cute.
私の家ではとてもとても。
My family couldn't afford it.
そんなことありませんわよ。
That's not
うち
true.
は貧乏でしたけど、たまにデパートに家族で行くと、 必ずデパートの最上階のレストランに入りましたもの。
My family was poor, but when we went to the mall, we had our lunch at a restaurant there.
当時の私にとっては、デパートに連れて行ってもらえるのは、お子様ランチが食べられるというのと同じ意味で。
At the time, for me to go to a mall meant having a kid's meal.
だから、両親が私の留守の間にデパートへ行ってしまうと、とてもへそを曲げたのを思い出しますわ。
So whenever my parents went to the mall without me, I'd get very upset.
高野さんの子供時代もとても素敵そうですね。
Your childhood sounds very happy.
でも、私一人を残してデパートへ出かけて、二人ともバスの事故に巻き込まれて死んでしまいましたわ。
He doesn't know. But when they went to the mall without me one day, they got in an accident and died.
その連絡が来るまで、私はずっと両親を恨んでて。
Until I got a call about it, I was really upset with my parents for going to the mall without me, and I was sure they were having a meal there by themselves.
今頃、デパートのレストランで私をのけものにして美味しいものを食べてるに違いないって憤慨してて。
As it happened, I only needed one more flag to make my collection complete.
あと1本で旗が確か20本になるはずで。
Collecting 20 of them was my goal.
20本が小さな目標だったので、それを達成する機会がまた遠のいたとずっとむくれていて。
I was so upset that I couldn't complete my collection. I think she must have been more upset that her parents died, you know?
ひどい話ですわね。
That's awful, huh? It must have been horrible to lose her parents at the age when she was still interested in collecting flags from kids' meals. It's obviously still a painful memory for her.
そうですか。それは知りませんでした。
I see, I didn't know.
ひょっとしてそれが医師を目指された動機ですか？
By the way, is that why you became a doctor?
どうして？
Huh? Why?
ああ、いえ。
Don't do anything out of the ordinary, dude! I mean, he dies in every timeline, no? But he shouldn't, you know, try to force it. Just, you know, stay calm, dude. I couldn't complete the flag collection, so now the small town must suffer my wrath. Exactly. It's time to kill 2,000 villagers.
私が医師を目指したのは自分の家族に関わることが理由だったので、てっきり高野さんもそうだったのかと。
Oh, well, I aim to become a doctor because of reasons involving my family, so I thought the same was true for you too.
私が医師免許を取ったのは、ひなみ沢症候群により近づくために必要だったからですわ。
I earned my medical license because it was necessary to draw closer to the Hinamizawa syndrome, which was connected to her grandfather, quote unquote, which was her family, so technically, yes.
失礼な言い方をすれば、研究のため、ついでに取った免許ですわね。
It might be rude to put it this way, but I only obtained my license as a byproduct of pursuing my research. How interesting. Even when she was still in medical school, she already knew about Hinamizawa
そういえ
syndrome.
ば、こんな初歩のことも私は知りませんでしたが。
By the way, before I took on this job, I didn't know anything about the
高野
syndrome.
さんはどこでひなみ沢症候群に触れられたのですか？
Where did you find out about it?
高野先生の研究を掘り出すうちに発見されたというような話を聞いていますが。
I was told you read something about it while you were looking into the late Dr. Takano's
医
documents.
大に通われていた頃に医師の勉強と並行してもう症候群の研究に入られていたとは驚きです。
I'm impressed that you already started to research it while you were at school.
私など盆栽でしたので医師の勉強だけで精一杯でしたから尊敬しますよ。
Studying took up all of my time while I was a student. That's really incredible.
ひなみ沢症候群の研究に携わったのは、もっともっと前からですわね。
Actually, I became familiar with Hinamizawa syndrome long before that. What does she mean? How old was she when she first found out about the syndrome? In fact, why did she become familiar with it at all?
私の実家は、さとこちゃんやりかちゃんたちと同じで、親戚がいませんでしたの。
Just like Sadako-chan and Rika-chan, I didn't have any relatives.
それで施設に引き取られて。 それがもう本当に劣悪な施設でして。
So, I was sent to an orphanage. It was a horrible
あ
place.
の頃、戦災孤児ってまだまだいたでしょ？
Do you remember how there was a flood of orphans back
そう
then?
いうのを集めて補助金だけをせしめるのを目的にしたような本当にひどい施設で。
I was in a truly awful orphanage built solely to gather up those children and bring in government
そ
subsidies.
こを脱走した時に助けてくれたのが祖父。
When I escaped from there, I was rescued by my
高
grandfather,
野先生でしたの。
Dr. Takano.
ではあなたは高野先生と生活なされていたのですか？
So you actually lived with Dr.
な
Takano?
るほど。研究資料に若くして触れることができていたのも納得です。
I see. Now I understand why you were familiar with his research documents at a young age.
しかしなぜそれを伏せられていたのですか？
But why do you keep it a secret?
まあ、大人の事情ですわ。
Well, political
奇
reasons.
病研究のために予算を求めるのと、死んだおじいちゃんの研究のために予算を求めるのでは、少々事情が変わってきますから。
It's one thing to request funding for a research on a mysterious disease, but it's another thing to request it for a research project of my late grandpa's.
なるほど。長いことの疑問が氷解しました。
I see. Finally, a question is
あ
answered.
なたが高野先生を語る時の尊敬の眼差しは、一研究者に対するものとしては説明できないものでしたので。
The admiration you've shown when discussing Dr. Takano was always more than just respect for a fellow researcher.
しかしそこまで高野さんに尊敬させるとは、よほど人徳のある素晴らしい先生だったんでしょうね。
Still, since you respect him that much, he must have been a wonderful doctor with many genuine virtues.
さて、人徳はどうだったでしょう。
I don't know about genuine
誰
virtues.
にも理解してもらえず、ずっと孤独に研究して、そのまま病死してしまいましたもの。
He died alone of an illness, with nobody around to understand him.
祖父は孤独を愛する悪い癖がありましたので、協力者を得られなかったんですわね。
He preferred being alone, which was a bad habit of his. That's why he couldn't find anyone who would support him.
でも高野さんという優秀な助手がいたじゃないですか。
Still, he had you for an excellent assistant, didn't he?
そういえば高野さんも先生も読みは同じ高野ですね。
Speaking of which, your family name is read the same way his is, isn't
え
it?
え、本当の名字じゃありません。
Yes, it's not my real family
祖
name.
父に敬意を表して同じ名を。
I took my grandfather's out of respect.
本当は漢字も同じにしたいのですが、クライアントに説明するときに誤解されたくないと思い、読みだけを残して漢字を変えたんですわ。
I actually wanted to write it the same way, but I thought it could get complicated when explaining it to my clients, so I ended up just using characters. Different characters, Jesus. Now I could see the connection between their two last names. That also revealed the connection between their first names, Hifumi and Mio, too. She doesn't need to tell me anything more than that. She lost her parents when she was young, and Dr. Takano took her in and loved her as if she was her own child. To show her love and respect, he decided to call him her grandfather. Now I know. That's the reason why she's devoted herself to researching Hinamizawa syndrome. I now understand how she must feel, knowing her research is soon to be terminated. Hika-chan had said that she was hurt. Although I didn't know anything about it, I may have said something to hurt her before. I only cared about treatment and extermination, and didn't care about anything else until today. She must have considered that blasphemous towards her grandfather. Now I know why she became aggressive every time I expressed how I felt. Well, it explains something. Does it change anything now? No. She will still kill your ass, even if you show compassion, unfortunately. I wonder why she is so open. I guess she's already set on killing him. I guess. She doesn't mind. I suppose? I don't know if she already planned to kill him at this point. She might have. But I think she trusts him enough. They've been working together for a long time now. He's just a random guy. He's not anyone important. And I think she just didn't want to tell it to people in higher positions. You know, out of fear that they would cut the funding. But Iri wouldn't do anything to cause them to lose the funding entirely, so he wouldn't tell anyone. I guess it's just trust, mostly. After she was told that her research would be terminated, she stayed up all night and gathered up a lot of documents. She went to Tokyo and requested an extension without depending on anyone else, and that request was rejected. The documents she used are now in a box in the underground storage. She must have exerted a lot of effort to put them together. Even someone without any knowledge of our research could easily understand what she was trying to say. However, it looked like some of those documents weren't even opened, and some had marks that told me they weren't treated the way documents are supposed to be. I'm sure some pages had absorbed her tears without me ever knowing. I heard from Tokyo that Takano-san had left a terrible impression with the board of directors. It's not easy to overturn a bad impression. In other words, she can never request an extension on her research ever again. I was there when she found out about it. I was there when she found out that she could no longer continue her grandfather's research, even though she must have promised him that she would complete it.
高野さんは
Did she ever?
入江機関閉鎖後にも個人研究を続けられますか
Hi, Lua. Hi, hope you're doing good today. Are you going to continue researching on your own after the Iri Institute shuts down?
入江機関が閉鎖するときには症候群は撲滅されていますわ。
By the time the Iri Institute closes, the Hinamizawa syndrome will have been eradicated.
病原体をシャーレに残し、誰かをさらって感染者にして研究しろと。
Should I preserve the pathogen in a petri dish, kidnap someone and infect them to research it? She would do it if it would guarantee some results.
個人で
On my own?
機材も予算も施設もなく
Without equipment, funding, or a lab?
誰にも顧みられなかった祖父のようにホルマリンの匂いのこもった書斎で誰にも評価されずざれ言だと笑われるためだけに研究を続けろと
Should I continue the research, holed up in a study filled with the smell of formalin and never recognized or acknowledged by anyone? Just like my grandfather, also someone else can ridicule it?
もう若さもなく気力もなくただの負け犬に過ぎない私に何を続けろとおっしゃるんです
When would you have a loser like me who lacks the youth and energy anymore do to continue it? Tomitaka-san once told me that the Iri Institute was supposed to be the Takano Institute, but our clients didn't like the idea of a young woman heading the facility. Is that how you say it? And that's why I was invited. That explains why she's been unfriendly since the day we met. It must have been blasphemy to her to see me go on about Hinamizawa syndrome and decide on a research plan according to my values and morals. To Takano, the syndrome is her grandfather. She must feel his presence when she's researching it. That's the reason why she often stays at the institute until late at night, though it makes the mountain dogs annoyed, as they serve as security here.
蕎麦湯お飲みになります
Would you like to drink some of the soba broth?
あ、そうですね。
I don't know if I would do that. Don't drink her soba broth, maybe. Or maybe actually not yours either because she brought it to you. She could kill you right now.
いただきましょう。
Yes, please. Her shoulders look fragile to me for the first time. And now I'm sure of Rika-chan's story. Takano-san holds an indescribable sadness within her. And if someone approached her, pretending to understand, she might just fall for it. Because of my position, anything I say to her will only hurt her more, probably. Sometimes words can harm people no matter how they're used. But the fact that I still spoke up showed how little experience I had in life.
せめて今後の予算配当を高野さんのやりたい研究に優遇しましょう。
Stop talking right now, idiot. Leave it at that. We could at least give the research you'd like to pursue a little more of our future budget.
少なくとも3年の継続は勝ち取れたんです。
We managed to gain another 3 years from them at last.
その3
At
年間
least,
で精一杯の
So we can give those 3 years our best. It was all a slip. Even as I spoke, I started to regret trying to say anything.
お気持ちだけで結構ですわ
Oh, I appreciate the sentiment.
死の病にかかり痩せ衰えていくのを3年も見守るのも辛いものですわよ
But it's even harder to watch someone fall ill and waste away over 3 long years. If I remember right, Dr. Takano came down with acute dementia, and chose to commit suicide while his mind was still functional out of despair at his inability to continue his research further. My verbal slip had made her remember a painful memory and hurt her even more.
最後には眠ったままになり、生命維持装置の電源を切ることをいつかは選ばされる。
She's still very dangerous. I don't know if she was already approached, but she can easily drug Iria. She already did with the shots. True. She could. And she might. He's kind of digging his own grave right now. He went into a coma and I had to make a decision as to whether to turn off his life support or not.
ねえ、入江所長。
Hey, Director Iria.
その電源を切るのを所長がその患者の担当医だったら誰にやらせますか？
If you were the doctor in charge of that patient, would you have pulled the plug?
まさか所長がその電源を切ったりはしませんわよね。
You wouldn't pull the plug yourself, would you? Takano-san asked me that as if it was a normal question. She's only expecting to hear one answer.
もしそういう状況になるのなら、
If I was put into that position,
最後のスイッチは残されるご家族に委ねるでしょう。
then when the time came, I'd probably let his remaining family do it.
ですわよね。
That's what I thought.
まさか今生の別れの日にその場に立ち会わないわけがない。
There's no way someone wouldn't be there for their family's final moments.
私はひなみ沢症候群の最後に立ち会いますわよ。
So, I will be here for the final moments of the Hinamizawa syndrome.
絶対にね。
No matter what. Someone knocked on the door and I heard the voice of one of the other staff members.
所長、午後の診療が始まります。
Director, afternoon shifts are
準
beginning.
備をお願いいたします。
Please get ready.
ああ、申し訳ありません。
Oh, okay.
今参ります。
I'll be right there.
私が片付けておきますわ。
I'll clean up.
所長は診療室へお急ぎくださいな。
Why don't you go?
いつものお年寄りたちがよもやま話をしたくて大勢お待ちでしてよ。
Lots of elderly people are waiting to chit-chat with you. Takano-san laughed, but I know that laugh was trying to conceal her anguish. I feel so bad for her, but I'm also deeply afraid of her. I'm not close to her personally, but she is my partner here at the clinic. I have been trying to avoid getting close to her, but maybe that was a mistake. If I listened to her more, maybe I could have eased her pain a little. But it's too late. Tomitaka-san is conducting an investigation to prove her innocence. Is she guilty or not? Either way, her heartache remains. After Iria left, Takano sat down on the sofa again and stared at nothing for a while. Then she got up and picked up the phone on the desk.
高野です。おこのぎはいる？
This is Takano. Is Okonogi there?
私よ。
It's me.
20日からのつもりだったけど、今日から R の周辺監視を開始して。
The conversation actually made it worse. Good thing they are already in hiding. It's me. I was going to ask you to start on the 20th, but please begin observing R today instead.
え？別にいいでしょ。
What difference does it make?
それとも、今日は暑いから嫌だとでも言う気？
Or are you going to tell me it's too hot to start today?
ええ、お願い。
Yes, please do.
結構日まであと5日。
We only have 5 days.
慎重に慎重を重ねても罰は当たらないわ。
You had better be careful. More than careful, okay?
ええ、よろしく。
Yeah, alright.
はい。
I don't know, every time he shows up, I have to fucking laugh. Look at him, he looks so goofy. That pose, I don't know why he stands like that. He looks so fucking dumb. I'm sorry, Okonogi. I'm sure you have some fans, but you just look really silly. Mr. Rat Face. Pocket cat. He looks like he's about to pull out a gun, but he doesn't actually have a gun. He just has like his fingers in a gun shape. He's about to rob, I don't know, a candy store. That's what he looks like.
失礼しますね。
Okay, goodbye. Okonogi put down the phone and sighed. Although it's his job to do whatever Takano wants, he couldn't help but complain about getting such an order on such an extremely hot day. Of course, if he complained, Takano would spit back twice as much reproach. Okonogi was sitting in the office of Okonogi Gardeners, a dummy company. As it happened, they regularly did gardening in Hinamizawa, if only so that nobody would get suspicious to see their uniforms and van around.
やれやれ。
It's this song. Good grief, I give up. Looks like the rat dad from Ratatouille. Wait, I need to look that up. Rat dad. Ratatouille. Oh god, that's a... Yeah, a little bit. I can see it. That's so dumb. It's the eyes for me. I don't know. The way the eyes are like slightly angled down, it's so funny. I don't know. And like his ears all the way exposed. It's really good. I also like that they gave him a receding hairline. Like, he looks very unlikable. And I think they did a good job portraying that in his design. His little evil smirk too. I hate him. Colin Nightingale and Skylark, their vacations are cancelled. Vacation cancelled? What the fuck? Horrible employer, by the way. The princess has given us the order to start observing R today. We'll have to move their schedule up by 3 days. The princess. It's a good nickname. The first name was Heron, right? Go with a group of 4, including 1 telephone observer, 1 telephone backup, 1 residence lookout, and 1 residence backup. Heron leader, you'll be at the command post. Also, we're stepping up our sabotage of the telephone station too. That would have been Nightingale's job, but it'll take a whole day for them to get here. So we'll use Phoenix instead. Vacations cancelled, true evil, real. It's kind of interesting that having a conversation with Idia is what gets her to move the plans up a little bit, because I wonder if he did that on every timeline then, because it always starts around the same time, so he must have had that conversation with her regardless of what happens. Also, now that the sun is setting, it's very cold in here. I'm gonna get a little jacket and close my window. Give me 1 second. All right. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Doubt it. Phoenix 7. Gather up a construction team and finish by tonight. Can you do it? Of course. My men are well trained. The mountain dogs are different from a regular battle unit. They're a technical squad formed from specialists in different fields of espionage. They were covert operatives for sabotaging telephone stations like Okonogi just ordered. Ones for wiretapping, intelligence gathering, information manipulation, establishing networks and public institutions, and many others in various specialized fields. They belong to the Self-Defense Force. Some are from fire departments, some are from police departments, and some are civil engineers. Of course, they have some experts in combat as well. Okonogi is one of those combat experts, and he didn't expect too much from the engineers. Well, they had all gone through the same basic training, what they were capable of was child's play compared to what an expert can do. Okonogi is the leader of a unit made up mostly of members who can't even do 100 push-ups. Really, that was the only complaint he had. He'd rather have been put in charge of the Bloodhounds. But somehow he became the leader of this strange unit, maybe because of his cautious yet courageous personality. Since combat was his expertise, Okonogi wished deeply for combat. During the kidnapping incident 5 years ago, the plan was for the resisting criminals to leave the hostage behind on the scene and run after the police stormed in. He recalled the extremely frustrating memory of his combat with that plainclothes officer. Oh, so he fought with Akasaka. So they will surely have another showdown. No doubt. They will have to face off again. Or she's stepping down at the moment. Maybe means he won't get killed investigating here, which means he could help later on if he has a change of heart. I hope so. I hope so. Rematch! That fat old man was acting so arrogantly, but he could have taken him within a matter of seconds. So he fought against Oishi, I'm assuming? He could have just broken his neck. He could have just turned him around and snap. It would have been so easy for him. He remembered a young policeman too. He shot him in his shoulder, but he could have shot at his ear. His ear. He was told to go easy on them, so that was the best he could do. He thought of firing a second shot, but there just wasn't time. So the last shot he fired was the reluctant one. I can read, I swear. Okunogi couldn't believe that such a pathetic battle was his last combat job. Regardless, he had continued to train so that he was ready at any time. Now that the operation had begun, he was hoping there would be a battle for him to fight. He didn't even need to fire a shot. He didn't even need to punch anyone. All Okunogi wanted was a battle that satisfied his pride, nothing more. I hate him. I hate that guy so much. He just wants to kill people. He just wants to see violence, and that's why I can't stand him. The despair this sets up is so real. I always tense up when it plays. That track is really good. It's really, really nice. Because, you know, they only play it in, like, very specific moments. So, like, every time it comes up, I just recall those moments, and it kills me a little bit on the inside. Like, I think this even played when Akasaka was going after the kidnappers and stuff. Yes, one moment, please. Commander, there's a phone call for you. I don't know if it's for the commander or the president, though. He's also the president of Okunogi Gardeners. Because of that, the members of the Mountain Dogs often call him that. Just a minute. I'll get my accent back. And the what? Really? How about that, huh? And who is it anyway? It's a woman. She says her name is Nomura. Interesting. She's asking for President Okunogi. Then that's for the commander. I'll take it in my office. Please transfer it over. What the hell? Rattle, rattle, crash! I heard a noise which sounded like many buckets crashing down. It's probably a noise from one of Sadako-chan's traps. According to her trap map, anyone going near the wired tapping shack will set off a trap that makes a loud noise. That must have been it just now. I scouted around the shack last night before the girls left. The shack is very secluded and is located in a blind spot where nobody is likely to go. So this noise means something important. It means they've started their observation of Rika-chan. I can't let them notice the girls aren't home. They'll definitely call and come by to confirm they're here. So I have to make sure they think the girls are sick in bed and that they don't hear the phone or the doorbell. The curtains are closed so they can't see what's inside of the house. But to be certain, their beds are stuffed to make it look like they're sleeping. I don't know, has it ever fooled anyone in movies and stuff? Like, you can tell if someone is under there or if it's like a pillow or something, but, you know, I'll believe him. However, I have to be even more careful from now on. I can't let them notice that I'm staying here. For that matter, I have to make sure I can act when something happens. The phone rang suddenly. Just as expected. They're calling to see if anyone's home. They're already aware that they didn't go to school, so they're probably assuming that they're home, sick in bed. I'm sure they want proof of that. The phone rang for a long time, which convinced me that it was indeed a call from the Mountain Dogs. If there was no answer on the phone, then the next step would be to come by the house. They'll pretend to be a mailman or a neighbor and knock on the door. But I don't even need to answer it. If the girls are too sick to answer the phone, then they won't notice a knock on the door either. The increased hassle means a higher risk of discovery, but on the other hand, it also proves our enemy is closing in on us. It was actually better for me, since I could measure the severity of the situation. Besides, Iri is our ally. and he already knows Rika-chan is somewhere else. He's supposed to tell them that he came by because he heard Rika-chan and Satoko missed school, and that the two of them were in bed and should be left alone for a while. He's supposed to say that. They won't doubt Irie. They will believe him. You could call this an advanced level of mutual deceit. They believe that they're deceiving Irie, but in reality, Irie is deceiving them. However, they're professionals, and we're a bunch of amateurs. Well, not me, at least. Actually, maybe I'm not an exception. I don't know what they've got until I come face to face with them. Well, you already have been. Our conditions aren't even. We're leading by a tiny bit because we made the first move. Once that's gone, we don't stand a chance. I promise Rika-chan that I trust her unconditionally. So even without proof, I'm ready to fight. But I can't beat this conspiracy by myself. And to gain help from the others, Tomitaka has to find proof. Tomitaka is in charge of our first attack. That means he's in the most danger too. It's understandable that Rika-chan kept warning him to be very careful. He should have started his investigation as early as last night. If that's the reason why they've begun observing Rika-chan, I can only pray for his safety and the success of the investigation. I'm sure he's fine. Irie is probably already dead. I think Takano let him drink something. I feel like he's already a lost cause. No, I trust in him. I'm sure he's fine. I don't think she would immediately kill him. I feel like that's taking it a step too far. Not yet, anyway. Not now. Maybe later. They have to frame him for Tomitaka's death after all, so... I heard a voice. Irie had arrived.
Satoko-chan ni Rika-san! ご主人様が会心に来ましたよ!
Dude, why does he have to say it so creepily too? It's not in the translation, but he says Goshujin-sama. So basically like the oh god, what is it? Like basically the master of the maids, technically. This fucking guy. Satoko-chan, Rika-san, I'm here to give you an examination. I heard footsteps coming up the stairs and a quiet knock.
私一人です。
I'm alone, don't worry.
もう少しここへに。
We have to keep it down.
この家はすでに敵の監視下にあります。
This house is already under observation. I let Irie in and close the door quickly.
お疲れ様です。
How are you?
窓も満足に開けられないとあっては、まるで蒸し風呂ですね。
It must be getting hot in here since you can't open the windows, huh?
これは差し入れです。
I brought something for you. He handed me a plastic bag. It contained ice cream, cans of juice, some snacks, and even beer. Why would he need beer? He needs to be... Oh my god. He needs to be clear-minded, okay? So that when they do storm in or whatever, that he can react. Ah! Well, this obviously isn't for Rika-chan. I feel like he's being a little careless. But I'm grateful. It's kind of cute. It's... He's very sweet. I think that's sweet, but like, also, why the beer? So, how is everything?
さっきこの家の電話を盗聴する監視小屋に何者かが近づいた形跡がありました。
From the wiretapping shack earlier.
それから呼び出しの長すぎる電話が1件。
And the phone rang for a long time shortly afterwards.
おそらく学校を欠席したことを知り、在宅確認のために電話してきたのでしょう。
I'm sure they found out that the girls missed school today and called to check.
あなたもリカちゃんたちの様子を見てこいと誰かに言われたのではありませんか？
Has anybody asked you to come to check on Rika-chan?
全くその通りです。高野さんからリカさんたちが学校を欠席したのに病院に来ないから不安だと様子を見てきてほしいと言われたんです。
Takano-san told me to go check since they missed school and haven't come by the clinic.
やはり。
I knew it.
リカさんとサトコちゃんの欠席を不審に思われたんでしょうか。
Do you think she's suspicious about their absence?
いえ、多分富武さんが内定を開始したことと関係があるんじゃないかと思います。
No, I think it has something to do with Tomitaka starting his investigation.
もしいなかったとしても、今回の動きは彼にとって尻尾をつかむチャンスになるかもしれません。
Even if it doesn't, this may give him a chance to find out something. Interesting, because the reason she started all of this is standing right in front of you.
どちらにせよ、もう何かが始まっているということなんですね。
Either way, it's already begun, hasn't it?
そう見て間違いないでしょ
Yes, more than likely.
う。私たちの敵が高野と山犬なのか、
I don't know if our enemies are Takano and the mountain dogs
そうではないのか。
or somebody else.
どちらにしても、もう敵は動き出しているのは間違いありません。
Either way, that somebody has started to take action.
ひなみ沢村連続開始事件。
I can't help but think of the series of mysterious deaths.
最初の2年は偶然が重なっただけでした。
The first 2 years were just
し
coincidences.
かし3年目から高野さんはそれを面白がり、綿流しの夜に何かが起こり続けることを期待しだしたように思います。
But starting with the third, I think Takano-san became intrigued and started expecting something to happen on the night of Watanagashi. To be fair, she also kind of made it happen in some cases. She kind of encouraged Satoshi to go all out and go ham and go wild. Tomitaka actually doing something before dying. Oh my god, he can be useful for once. If he doesn't die before, we'll see.
綿流しのお祭りはあさって。
Watanagashi is the day after
敵が
tomorrow.
動き始めるタイミングとしては妥当かもしれませんね。
It'd be the perfect opportunity for them to do
そ
something.
して5年目にリカちゃんを狙う
She's aiming for Rika-chan on the 5th year running.
高野か。恐ろしい女です。
This Takano is a frightening woman.
リカさんがしていた高野さんの話、
What Rika-chan said about
あれ
Takano-san,
はどれも本当だと思います。
I think it's all true.
今日初めて知ったんですが、彼女はひなみ沢症候群の第一発見者、高野先生の養女だったんです。
I just found out today, but she was adopted by Dr. Takano, the one who discovered Hinamizawa syndrome.
同じ高野ですね。
The same pronunciation, huh?
なるほど。
I see.
彼女にとってひなみ沢症候群の研究を受け継ぐことは尊敬する祖父との絆だったんです。
To her, continuing to research the syndrome was like a promise she made to her beloved grandfather.
その研究が打ち切られることが確定した。
But as the project will be terminated,
それは彼女にとって祖父を冒涜するものなんです。
it's almost like they're spitting on his grave.
すべてリカちゃんの言っていた通りということですね。
That's exactly what Rika-chan said, isn't it?
はい。それと高野さんがこんなことも言っていました。
Yes. Also, Takano-san said something else.
3年で打ち切られることが決まっている研究を寿命が幾ばくもない眠ったままの患者に例えるんです。
She compared a dying patient in a coma to the project that's going to end in 3 years.
そしてその生命維持装置のスイッチを切るならば、それは残された家族の権利だというようなことを。
She says that family members have the right to turn off the switch of the life support machine.
どうせ打ち切られる研究ならば、それに幕を下ろすのは高野先生の遺族高野美代だけと。
If the project is being terminated anyway, Mio Takano, who considers herself a family member of the late Dr. Takano, should be the one to terminate it.
はい、そういう意味で言ったものと思います。
Yes, I think that's what she meant. For gathering the circumstantial evidence we need, Takano is, in fact, our enemy. Irie had been reluctant to accept it yesterday, but now he believes what Rika-chan said is true.
あとは富武さんに高野さんが企んでいる何らかの証拠を掴んでもらうだけです。
We need Tomitaka-san to find some proof that shows Takano-san is planning something. I really hope he doesn't die this time.
そしたら関係者を一斉に拘束するための鎮圧部隊を呼び寄せるそうです。
Then we can call in a subjugation squad to arrest all of those involved.
高野は山犬なる特殊部隊を配下に持ちます。
Takano has the mountain dogs working for her.
それを鎮圧できるような。
This squad can down even them?
はい、私も名前しか知らないのですが、番犬という部隊がいるそうで、本当の非常事態が起こった時、武力で強襲する戦闘部隊だとか。
Yes, I don't know anything about them, but there's another unit called the Bloodhounds. They're a combat unit deployed in the case of a true emergency.
山犬はどちらかというと機密保持などの情報部隊の性格が強いので、 多分それよりはるかに強い部隊なんでしょう。
The Mountain Dogs are more of an intelligence unit for covert operations, so they'll likely be far outmatched.
表に出せぬ研究をする機関の万が一の造反に対応する鎮圧部隊となれば、多分相当の強さを持つでしょう。
If this subjugation squad was organized to counter the off chance of rebellion by the secret research institute, then they must be quite powerful.
つまりそのいわゆる番犬部隊とやらを
Damn,
ひな
that
み
would
沢
be
に呼び寄せる
crazy.
ことが我々の勝利条件になる。
So you're saying our conditions for victory are summoning these bloodhounds into Hinamizawa?
そういうことになるんでしょうか。
That would be correct.
ただ一つ不安なのは、緊急マニュアルには秘
Ah,
密保持のために
yeah.
村を封殺することを認める記述があることです。
However, my one concern is that the emergency manual contains passages authorizing the massacre of the village to preserve secrecy.
番犬部隊が来てもやることは彼らと同じで、結局は村ごと証拠を隠滅するのではないかという不安も残ります。
I'm still worried that even if the bloodhounds are brought in, they'll destroy all evidence, including the village itself, which wouldn't be any different.
いえ、それはないでしょ
No, they
う。
wouldn't.
敵の狙いが緊急マニュアルの執行にある以上、それでは何の意味もありません。
If the enemy's intent is to trigger the execution of the emergency manual, that doesn't make sense.
この陰謀が派閥構想によるものならば、入江機関のクライアントたちの派閥は絶対に穏便に済まそうと思います。
If this conspiracy is caused by faction infighting, then Irie Institute's clients will want to resolve the conflict quietly.
おそらく敵を吸収し、村人たちが何事かと目を白黒させているうちに決着させてしまうに違いありません。
Hello, Icicle. Paper Mario, I will play on Sunday. Yes, yes. Only 2 more days. They're sure to raid the enemies and settle everything while the villagers are still confused as to what's going on. I know this because I've done a similar job myself. They'll pass through like a gale and complete their operation swiftly. And a unit capable of pulling that off against the Mountain Dogs must be very powerful.
とにかく富武さんからの連絡を待つしかありませんね。
We'll just have to wait until we hear from Tomitake-san.
ええ、これは持久戦です。
Yes, this will be a battle of endurance.
ですが、一度有事となれば、それは電撃戦に様変わりする。
But once it lights up, it'll become a blitzkrieg.
緩急の差の激しい、辛い戦いになります。
This will be a hard battle with rapid shifts and pace.
入江先生は敵の腹中にいる心強い存在ですが、同時に最も危険な場所にもいます。
It's reassuring to us that you're in the enemy's midst, but at the same time, you are in a very vulnerable
常
position.
に油断せずにいてください。
Please don't let your guard down. Oh, let me just type it in chat. Just in case you don't hear me again.
私たちはリカちゃんの味方になろうと決めた時点で、すでに彼らの敵なのですから。
The moment we decided to be Rika-chan's allies, we became their enemies.
はい。
I understand. The phone at this house is, of course, being wiretapped, so Irie has to come over to communicate with me. But that won't work in an emergency. A telephone is still better in that case. For those instances, I've put together a memo for Irie. There's a method for communicating over a phone that's been bugged. It's something I came up with out of necessity once.
これは
There is?
緊急時用の私への電話連絡方法です。
What is this? A method for calling me in case of an
絶対に
emergency.
敵に奪われないでください。
Please make sure the enemy doesn't get a hold
危
of
険な
it.
時には必ず飲み込んで処分するように。
If you're in danger, swallow it.
盗聴されているのにどうやって電話で連絡を？
The phone's being tapped, so how can we make a
あなた
call?
が受話器を取れば、たとえ無言であっても疑われかねないのに。
If you pick up the phone, even if you don't say anything, they might get suspicious.
受話器を取らなくても連絡することはできます。
You can communicate even without me picking up the
少
phone.
々コツのいる不便なやり方ですが、一番確かな連絡方法です。
There's a little trick to it, but we can at least send across what's important.
そして、それは敵の動きを最初に察知できる、あなたにしか発することができない
You're the only one who can do it, since you'll be the first person who notices the enemy's movements. I have no idea what they're talking about.
わかりました。
Alright.
それで、やり方は
Then how do I do it?
メモに書いてあります。
It's in the memo.
簡単に説明すると、電話の呼び出し音の長さで連絡するのです。
Let me explain briefly. We'll use the
相手
ringtone.
に電話をするとき、1分以上呼び鈴を鳴らし続けることはほぼありません。
When you make a call, normally you won't let the phone ring over a minute.
それを利用した呼び出し音による連絡方法です。1分鳴らし続けて切れば、そこは危険。脱出せよ。
We'll use that to communicate. If the phone rings for a minute, that means it is dangerous. Leave.
1分半なら、緊急事態。直ちに園崎邸へ急行せよ。
If the phone rings for a minute and a half, that means it's an emergency. Head to the Sonozaki residence.
こんな感じで、30秒区切りで緊急性の高いメッセージが仕込んであります。
The difference is in those 30
他のメッ
seconds.
セージはメモを見てください。
You can look at the memo for other messages you can send.
でも、この1分と1分半の2つだけは絶対に暗記してください。
But please memorize these two at least.
私の命がかかっていますので。
My life depends on it. You better hope that Irie gets his shit together and doesn't die before then. The message that lets me know my life is in danger is the shorter call. But if it's too short, I'll get it confused with regular phone calls. That's why I had to signal me. He's supposed to hang up the phone within 3 seconds first, then place the emergency call. The reason why I use such a large difference of time is to make sure there's no misunderstanding. The tones the caller hears and the rings the receiver sends out are a little different. I don't want that little difference to change the message, which is why they had to be 30 seconds apart.
まず短く1回鳴らし、1分なら逃げろ。
A short ring first and 1 minute means
1
run.
分半なら、リカさんたちのところへ向かえ。
A minute and a half means to head to where Rika-chan
はい
is.、
覚えました。
Okay, I got it.
少々面倒と思いますが、あくまでも緊急事態用ですので、くれぐれもよろしくお願いいたします。
It's a little troublesome, I know, but this is just for emergencies. Please remember it. Sorry, I'm plugging my phone back in.
わかりました。
Yes, I
危
understand.
険な時の連絡は任せてください。
When danger strikes, I'll handle communications.
最後に、もう一つだけ暗記してください。
Also, one more signal I want you to
と
remember.
ても嫌な暗号ですが、これも忘れないでください。
It's not a very good code, but please don't forget it just the same.
この連絡に限り、短い1回は不要です。
For this one, you don't need to do one short ring.
連絡方法は、3分以上呼び出し音を鳴らし続けること。
You just need to let the phone ring for over 3 minutes.
電話をかけたまま受話器を外し、そのまま放置するのがいいでしょう。
It's probably best to just place the call and leave it.
その暗号の意味は
What does that mean?
連絡員に緊急事態。
Contact in
以
danger.
後、連絡不能。
Further contact impossible.
それは私の身に
Ah,
危険が及んだ時
ah.
という意味もあるんですね。
If they're already setting it up, I have a feeling that it'll come to fruition. I think it's gonna ring for over 3 minutes at some point. I don't want him to die now that he's on our side for sure. I feel like I want him to live, even though he's a fuck up. He's a mess, but I don't want him to die. Not yet. I need him. So that's to tell you that I'm in danger then.
はい。緊急時にはこの家へ電話し、そのまま受話器を外し、安全な場所に身を隠してください。
Yes, in case of an emergency, call this house, leave the phone off the hook, and hide somewhere safe.
ただ、自らの危機を図るのはとても難しいことです。
Even so, it's very hard to anticipate when you yourself will be in
まだ
danger.
大丈夫。多分大丈夫。などと思っているうちに、連絡の機会さえ逃してしまいかねません。
You'll lose your chance to call while you're thinking I'm still fine or I'm probably fine.
少しでも嫌な予感がしたら、緊急時と判断していいでしょう。
If you sense something odd, that's an emergency.
陰謀の度合いから考えて、敵は私たちを生かしはしません。
Knowing the seriousness of the conspiracy, they won't hesitate to kill us.
くれぐれもご用心を。
Please be very careful.
わかりました。
I understand.
その場合、あなたはどうするんですか？
But if that happens, what are you going to do?
その際は状況によりますが、私もここを脱出します。
Depends on the situation, but I'll probably leave this house.
あなたに危機が迫る以上、リカちゃんの身にも危険が迫っている可能性が高いですから。
If you are in danger, then Rika-chan is in danger too.
私は園崎邸を目指し、リカちゃんたちとの合流を目指します。
I'll head to the Sonozaki residence and join Rika-chan.
あくまでもこれは最悪の事態です。
But this is only in the worst case scenario.
このような事態に陥ると決まったわけではありませんので、緊張することはありません。
I'm not sure if it'll actually happen, so don't be nervous.
どうか気を楽に持たれてください。
Relax, okay?
ですが、油断せずにですね。
But also be very careful, right?
そうです。
That's right. Iria nodded deeply. What happens if they just get tired of waiting and not having any contact to Rika or whatever? What if they get suspicious and they just break down the door while Akasaka's still inside? Do they just kill him? How will he be able to leave? I guess he's depending on Iria to like figure that out beforehand and be able to tell him in advance, but like what if he fails to notice it? That'd be pretty bad. Iria nodded deeply. It's almost time. Something is about to happen. Oh god, I have no idea how this is gonna end. This is so stressful. It can only go bad. I have high hopes, but also I'm deeply afraid. Okay, there's gonna be another ad break rather soon, so I'm just gonna start it now, so that we can finish, hopefully this chapter sometime soon. We'll see. We'll see how long it'll take. But, I'll be right back. I'll get some water and stuff. Hello, I'm back. Hello, Rebel. Good morning. Happy Friday. Oh, you have no idea how happy I am that it's already the weekend. I think I will need this weekend to relax as much as I can because I have training, like a seminar type thing next week, all of next week. And I have to like be present in the moment. I have to turn on my webcam, I have to talk with them, I have to participate and like actually learn something. It's going to be really hard. And like my co-worker who did it last month, he said that it was incredibly tiring. So it's gonna be a lot. But at least I get to do it from home, you know. I get to do it from home. My coworker actually decided to go to Berlin to do the training, like at the location. But I was like, no, that would kill me. And I also wouldn't be able to stream all week. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it from home. Welcome back to you too, Fita. Also, thank you. Turning on cam, that's rough, yeah. I don't know how I will stream next week because I'm assuming that I'll be dead by the end of every workday, but I'm gonna try my best. I don't know what we'll play, if I even have the mental capacity to play Higurashi at all, or if I'll just play Paper Mario or maybe something new. I'll have to see. Maybe I'll put Higurashi on the weekend where I don't have to think 8 hours before that, you know? We'll see, we'll see. Anyway, let's keep going. So, that's it. Does anyone have any questions? I have plenty of questions. This could easily be one of those well-planned pranks. What I heard is just that extraordinary. But right now, it's a bad idea to ask questions just out of curiosity. That would be a waste of time. Mian has already explained everything about the events surrounding Rika-chan. Well, I have a few things to ask myself as the successor to the head of the Sonozaki family. Because all of this has something to do with the series of mysterious deaths. But I won't go into that for now. All in all, it was a good idea to come to my
う
house.
ちの地下なら核戦争だってしのげるよ。
You can survive a nuclear war here in our basement.
電気もある、電話もある。
There's electricity and a telephone there too.
もちろん食料だってあるしね。
Of course, we have plenty of food too.
山犬って連中がそんなにも厄介な相手なら、ますますこの村の中でリカちゃんたちをかくまえるのはうちしかありえないよ。
If the mountain dogs are really that tough, then this house is the only place in this village that's safe for them.
みんなを巻き込んでしまって申し訳ないと思いますです。
I'm sorry to have involved all of you in this. Rika-chan apologized from the bottom of her heart. Rika-chan has been dealing with this strange disease, this Hinamizawa syndrome, as well as all these suspicious Tokyo people, all by herself until today. She's been trying not to get us involved, and that's why she's dealt with them all by herself. We can all imagine what she must have been feeling, so none of us can even think of anything to say. The silence went on for a while, but then Hanyu clapped Rika-chan on the back.
リカは昨日から
She looks so
申し
evil!
訳ないばっかり言い過ぎなのです。
Rika, you've been apologizing so much since yesterday.
もう一回言ったら、リカは毎日僕にシュークリームをおごる罰ゲームなのですよ。
If you apologize one more time, you'll have to treat me with a cream puff every day.
それに、みんなだって申し訳ないなんて思ってないですよ。
Besides, we all feel bad, don't we?
ね、ケイチ。
Am I wrong, Keiichi? Hanyu suddenly addressed me. I could tell from her eyes that she was expecting something from me. Right, my role is to act as the flint for the other club members. It's my job to burn strong and bright. Red to get everyone excited. What have I been doing, just sitting around?
そうだぜリカちゃん。
That's right, Rika-chan.
ちょいとことがでかかったんで面食らっちまったが。なあみんな。
We never even thought all of this could be true, so we were just shocked for the moment.
どいつもこいつも内心は面白くなってきやがったとか思ってんだろ。
We were all thinking that things are getting interesting, right, guys?
サトコ、どうもこいつは俺たちに本気でやってもいいってことみたいだぞ。
Satoko, this right here is the real
お
deal.
前、だいぶ温存してるんだろ。
You've got some good traps lying in wait, don't you?
シャレじゃ済まない秘蔵のトラップをだいぶ隠し持ってるんだろ。
I know you've been hiding amazing ones for special occasions like these.
そいつを食らわせてやる。またとないチャンスじゃねえか。
This is a perfect chance to tire them out, don't you think? Hanyu's greed sickens me. A cream puff each day. Honestly deserved. She deserves it.
部活メンバーに私がいたことに感謝なさいませですわね。
You should be grateful for my presence.
相手が何様だか存じませんけど、本気でやっていいとなれば、たとえ部活メンバーが相手でも血をためらってきた奇跡の大トラップの数々が惜しげもなく飛び出しますのよ。
I don't know who they are, but if it's all right to get serious, then I won't hesitate to launch the countless miraculous traps I refrain from using on our club members.
そうだね。
That's right.
さとこちゃんのトラップはみーちゃんのお墨付きだもんね。
Your traps come with Mi-chan's seal of approval.
たとえ相手が本物の軍隊でも、さとこちゃんのトラップはみんな蹴散らしちゃう。
They can chase away even a real army.
と、サトコをよいしょしてるが、もちろんレナだって容赦ねえからな。
Well, Sadako aside, you're pretty merciless yourself, Rena.
レナは普段はおっとりしてるが、俺はこいつの本気の時を知ってるぜ。
You're usually so easygoing, but I know your true power.
レナは本当に戦うべきここ一番では、誰にも屈しない強さを持ってる。
Yeah, when you get serious, you might be the most powerful of us all.
そいつはかなり半端ない。
You sure or something?
多分、俺でも勝てないと思うぜ。
I don't even think I can defeat you.
そんなことないよ。
Oh, stop.
ケイチくんだってここ一番の時の爆発力と瞬発力はすごいよ。
Your explosive impact is incredible too, Keiichi-kun. Why are they all glazing each other?
レナじゃ打ち破れない運命でも打ち破れる気がするもの。
Your power can defeat a fate that I'd have no chance against.
ケイチが赤く燃え上がる炎なら、レナは青く静かに燃え上がる炎という感じなのです。
If Keiichi is a furious red flame, then Rena-san is a quiet blue one.
お、それいい例えだな。
Hey, that's a good one.
真っ赤に燃える男、前原圭一。
The burning red ranger, Keiichi Maebara.
青く燃える女、竜宮レナ。
burning blue ranger Renaryugu.
我が部にその人ありと天下に知らしめる絶好のチャンスだぜ。
This is our chance to show the world what we've got.
そしてその最強のメンバーを最強のリーダーが従える。
We're a powerful team with a powerful leader.
だよな、ミオン。
Right, Neon?
子にして最強。揃えば無敵。
We're already powerful individually, and when gathered, we're invincible!
それが俺たちの部なんだよな。
That's our club, right, guys? Oh, I love that sprite so much. Hyping up your friends, real shit. True, though. They're each other's hype man. You're right, you're right. I'm just a hater sometimes.
いやはや不謹慎だと思って黙ってたけど、おじさんさ、本当はこう思ってたのさ。
I kept quiet thinking it might be imprudent, but actually, I've been
こい
thinking...
つは最高に面白くなってきたってね。
This is getting super interesting.
今は感謝してるよ、リカちゃん。
I appreciate this, Rika-chan. Yeah, thank you for getting murdered.
これだけの獲物をよくぞ知らせてくれた。
Thank you for giving us this opportunity.
このひなみ沢で我が部に挨拶なしで上等を決めてくれようとはね。
How dare they even think of stepping into Hinamizawa without saying hello to us?
ちりけじめを取らせてもらうよ。
I make sure to teach them some manners. It had only been 5 minutes since Rika-chan apologized to everyone and brought the mood down, yet our morale was already at its peak again. We're up against such an absurd conspiracy, but if we're together, I think we can defeat it. This is the best feeling ever. Hanyu is the one who started all of this. She's quite the promising newcomer. She knew exactly whom among us to get motivated first. No, moreover, while even our senior members were hesitant about taking on such a huge opponent, somewhere in their hearts, she alone remained unflinching and raised our spirits. She's likely to grow even more formidable in the future.
ありがとうみんな。
Thank you, everyone.
信じてくれてありがとう。
Thank you for believing in me.
信じてくれるとずっと言ってますし、信じて当然。
Of course we believe you. I told you that already.
信じないやつなら仲間じゃないのです。
If we didn't, we wouldn't be your friends.
だからお礼なんていらないのですよ、リカ。
There's no need to thank us, Rika.
ああ、そうだな。
Yeah, she's right.
羽生の言う通りだ。
Listen to Hanyu.
お前、いい根性してるぞ。気に入った。
You've got great spirit. I like you. I rubbed Hanyu's head. She laughed as if I was tickling her.
さて、そうとなりゃ作戦会議だ。
Okay then, let's huddle.
状況をもう一度整理しよう。
We have to get things organized.
まず、リカちゃんとサトコは病気欠席のふりをしてしばらくここに身を隠す。
First, Rika-chan and Satoko are supposed to be absent from school because they're sick, but in reality, they're hiding here.
これは万が一に備えてだね。
This is just a preventative measure.
まさかここに二人が隠れてるなんて誰も知らないよ。
Nobody would even guess they were hiding
留
here.
守番をしてくれてる赤坂って人に感謝だね。
Thanks to a certain Akasaka.
でもよかったね。
How nice of
5
him.
年も昔にした約束を覚えてて助けに来てくれるなんて本当に素敵な人だね。
He came because of the promise he made 5 years ago. That's kind of cool.
ちょっと羨ましいかも。
Oh, I'm a little jealous.
私の好みじゃありませんけど、リカにはちょっと嫉妬しましたよ。
Excuse me? He isn't my type, but I'm a little jealous too. Dude, he's like fucking 40.
赤坂は別にそういうわけではないのです。
It's not like that though.
しかも東京の警視庁の公安部の人で、それも秘密部門所属なんだろ。
He works for public safety at the police headquarters in Tokyo, and he belongs to a secret unit, right?
すげえ頼もしい人だよな。
That sure sounds
秘
reliable.
密部門ってのがしびれるぜ。
Akasaka's not 40, right? I mean, he has a wife and kid, and his kid is like, what, 10? Around the time that he came back to Hinamizawa after Rika died. So he's pretty old by now, isn't he? Like 30, 40, somewhere around there, I think. Late 30s at least. Being part of a secret unit makes it sound even better too.
赤坂はきっととても強いと思いますです。
Akasaka is very
と
strong.
ても頼もしいのですよ。
He's definitely reliable.
ただ、 赤坂さんの役割はどちらかというと緊急時の防御役。
But Akasaka-san's role is more of a protective one, in case of emergency.
むしろ重要なのは相手の尻尾をつかむ大任を帯びてる富武さんだよ。
Tomitaka-san has the more important job of finding out things about our enemy.
彼こそが真の攻撃役。
He's our true attacker. I don't know if he'll be up to the task, but we'll just have to trust him, I guess.
しかも敵を鎮圧できる番犬部隊を呼ぶことができるのは富武さんだけ。
Plus, he's the only one who could call in the Bloodhounds to take out our enemies.
つまり富武さんこそがこの戦いに勝利できるキーマンってことなんだよ。
In other words, Tomitaka-san is our key to victory.
うん。
I hope he doesn't die.
下手くそカメラマンの富武のおじさまが私たちの命運を握っている超重要人物とは不思議な感じ。
It's a bit unsettling to think that so much is riding in the hands of some dumb cameraman. Everyone teased her by saying they were going to tell Tomitaka she called him that.
富武の頑張りを期待しないわけではありませんが、万が一に備え他の手も考えておいた方がいいと思いますです。
It's not that I don't expect him to succeed, but I think we should come up with another tactic just in case.
でも羽生、富武に頼る以外に何か打てる手などあるの？
But Hanyu, what else can we do other than count on Tomitake?
いや、羽生の言うのも一理あるよ。
No, Hanyu's right.
何しろ敵から見ても富武さんはキーマン。
Tomitaka-san is a key factor from the enemy's point of view too.
自分たちを内定していると気づいたら暗殺することだってあるかもしれない。
If they found out he's investigating them, they might even have him killed.
何しろここは彼にとって敵地も同然なんだからね。
This is enemy territory for him too, after all.
富武さんだけに頼り切らず、私たちに打てる手を探すのも大切だと思うよ。
I think we should come up with something else instead of just depending on Tomitaka-san.
そうですわよ。
Very true.
トラップだってたった一つで綺麗に決めるのは難しいですもの。
It's hard to score with just one trap.
いくつも仕掛けてあらゆる可能性に対処して初めて完璧になるんですのよ。
I usually set many traps to deal with many different possibilities. That's a basic trap tactic, you know?
そうだね。
That's
攻
true.
撃の手を一つに限る必要なんてない。
There's no need to limit ourselves to just one angle of
富
attack.
武さんとは違う形で他の攻撃ができないか探してみるといいんじゃないかな。
We should look into other methods besides what Tomitaka-san is doing.
でも東京についてわからない私たちがどんな手を？
But we don't know anything about Tokyo, do we?
富武さんの重要性の一つが番犬部隊を呼び寄せることだってんなら、俺たちにも彼らに連絡する方法を教えてもらいたいよな。
Well, if one of Tomitaka-san's important jobs is to summon the Bloodhounds, I'd like him to teach us how to call them.
そうすれば万が一富武さんが敵にやられても俺たちは勝利条件を失わずに済む。
Then, even if Tomitaka-san is taken out by the enemy, we can still meet our victory conditions.
そうだね。
Yeah, that sounds about right.
富武さんの最大の価値はそこにあるからね。
Tomitaka-san is really important.
同時にそこがこちらのアキレス腱でもある。
At the same time, he's our Achilles heel? I
事
hope
情
I
を
said that
話して
correctly.
富武さんに彼らとの連絡の取り方を教えてもらおう。
Let's talk to him and make him tell us how to contact the Bloodhounds.
ただ問題なのは富武さん自身が市内に身を隠しちゃっててこっちから連絡を取る方法がないって点なんだよね。
The problem is, he's holed up somewhere in the city and there's no way for us to get a hold of him.
でもいい手だと思いますです。
I think that's a great idea, though.
富武と次に連絡を取ることができたら番犬への連絡の仕方を聞きましょうです。
The next time we get a chance to talk to Tomitaka, let's ask him.
まずこれが一案。
So, that's the first plan.
他にはないでしょうか？
Is there anything else? Before we knew it, Hanya was making sure we moved along with our proceedings. Then I noticed that too, giving a pleasant smile to the girl trying to be a part of our group.
今の手は富武さんに万一があった時のための保険だよな。
This one is just insurance in case something happens to
ま
Tomitaka-san.
た別の角度の攻撃を考えたいな。
Let's think of a different angle of attack.
富武さんの調査に貢献できるような攻撃ってねえか？
What about something that would help his investigation?
面白いですわね。
Oh, how intriguing.
何かのトラップを仕掛けて尻尾をつかみ黒幕に言い逃れできない証拠を突きつける。
We'll launch some kind of trap, grab them by the tail, and thus prove they can't talk their way out of in their faces.
最高のトラップシチュエーションでしたよ。
My, what a perfect trap situation.
奴らの狙いが僕なら
If I'm the one they want.
僕を何かのおとりにするのはどうですか？
Why don't you use me as a decoy?
危険だけど、高野たちは僕が目的なんだから食いつかざるを得ないのです。
It's dangerous, but Takano and the others need me, so they'll definitely fall for it.
かなり危険な一手だね。
That really is dangerous.
でも確かに高野さんがリカちゃんを追っているという大きな証拠をつかめる手だよ。
But that would prove Takano-san is after Rika-chan.
わざと姿を見せて騒ぎを大きくして逃走戦にすれば。
Have them see her and make them chase her.
少しは面白い効果が期待できそうだね。
That could lead to something interesting. Didn't they want to hide her in the basement so that she wouldn't die? If they do something risky, she'll just die. And then it'll all have been for nothing. Hello, Rice. I hope you had a good stream. Hi.
そこで聡子の裏山が役に立つ。
Hehehe, and that's where Satoko's hills come in.
あそこに逃げ込めば追っては大変なことになりますですよ。
Once they go up there, they'll be in big trouble.
だよな。
You said it.
こいつは最高の見物だぜ。
Hehehe, boy, will that be a sight to see.
面白くなってきやがった。
This is gonna be great.
でもやっぱりそれは最後の一手だと思うかな。
That should be the final method we use, though.
裏山にこもれば籠城戦になって状況はだいぶ変わる。
Once we're barricaded in the hills, the situation will change quite a
こ
bit.
の手に訴えるのは本当に最後の最後だと思う。
This should be our last resort.
そうですわね。
Sounds like you're in the end game. Yeah, we're scheming. We're scheming on how to take down big evil Takano. They're about to kick her ass. Something like that. She's
裏
right.
山のトラップは防御効果が非常に高いでしょうけども、あくまで防御ですわ。
The traps in the hills are great as a defense measure, but that's all they can
敵
do.
に対し攻撃するものとは違いますもの。
They can't attack the enemy for us.
裏山籠城は追い詰められた最後の切り札になるだろうね。
The barricade on the hill is our last resort,
これ
huh?
は本当に最後の手段。
Very final resort.
ここが敵に襲われ、ここを捨てざるを得ない時だけのね。
For when the enemy attacks this location and we have no other choice but to leave.
ちなみに、うちの地下には隠しトンネルがあって、山中の井戸に抜けられるようになってるんだよ。
By the way, we have an underground tunnel leading out that's connected to a well in the back. That well will haunt me for the rest of my life. When I think about all the corpses piling up in there in that one episode that we had. Big T is going down. Hell yeah.
え
Wow.
すっげえな、ミオンの家。
Your house is amazing, Mion. Yeah, just wait until you see the torture room too, Keiichi. Haha.
やっべえ、ますます面白くなってきたぜ。
Oh shit, this is really getting crazy.
敵は謎の組織で、秘密作戦に秘密基地、秘密の地下道。
The enemy is a mysterious organization. We have a secret operation, a secret base, and now a secret underground tunnel. Wow!
これで燃えなきゃ男じゃねえぜ。
This is just the sort of thing that gets a guy excited.
男でなくても燃えまくりなのですよ。
Oh wow, I'm not a guy, but I'm excited.
さあ、これで2案出ましたです。
Okay, now we have two ideas.
僕たちはまだまだ思いつきますですよ。もう1案くらい言ってないですか？
She's so cute. We'll come up with more. Can anyone think of anything else?
そうだな。もう一案欲しいぜ。
Let's see, we want at least one more.
今の案もどっちかというと防御的な案だからな。
That last one is a rather defensive tactic
もっとも
too.
っと攻撃性の高い我が部にぴったりの案は出ないのかよ。
Isn't there something more aggressive that's perfect for our club?
なんていうのかな。
You know?
相手にガツンと一撃が入って連中の陰謀が頓挫しちまうくらいのすげえやつだよ。
Some way to hit them real good. An awesome blow that'll set back their conspiracy.
僕たちにそんな方法があるのでしょうか？
Can we pull off something like that?
きっとあるよ。レナたちはリカちゃんが思ってるほど無力じゃないし、切り札だってないわけじゃない。
Yeah, I'm sure we can. We're not as powerless as you think, Rika-chan, and it's not like we don't have cards to play.
彼らにとって重要なリカちゃんというキーマンが一緒にいる。
You're the ultimate objective, and you're with us.
これが重要な切り札になるんだから。
That's one crucial card on our side.
リカちゃんをおとりにするっていう意味じゃなくてね。
And not just in the sense of using you as bait.
確かに
That's true.
女王感染者が私たちのところにいるのは彼らに対して大きなアドバンテージになるね。
It's a huge disadvantage for them that we have the Queen Carrier.
連中の目的は何？
I mean, what's their goal?
リカちゃんを殺して緊急マニュアルとやらに従って緊急措置の行使を余儀なくさせ、それを組織内の派閥争いに利用すること。
Kill Rika-chan, trigger this emergency manual to eliminate the whole village, and use that chaos in their internal faction wars.
そうだね。
Right?
そうなのです。
Yeah.
リカは奴らにとって全てを吹き飛ばす爆弾みたいなものなのです。
To them, Rika is like the fuse on a stick of dynamite.
それを爆発させて大騒ぎを起こし、それに乗じて何かを得するのが奴らの狙い。
They want to set that dynamite off, cause chaos, and use that to gain something for themselves.
それを爆発させないのが私たちの勝ちということになると、それはあまりいい状況ではありませんわね。
So, if we keep it from exploding, we win. That's gonna be pretty tough.
確かに。
You're
こ
right.
ちらはいつまでもずっと守り続けなくちゃならないけど、向こうはなりふり構わずリカちゃんを殺せば勝ちになる。
We have to continue defending her, but all they have to do is kill Rika-chan in any
まる
way.
で片方にしかゴールがないサッカーだよ。
It's like a soccer game with a goal on only one side. Well, technically, Takano wants to kill her with her own two hands in a very specific way. But I feel like she'll settle with anything when time starts running out.
その片方にしかゴールがない異常なサッカーを告発して番犬部隊を呼び寄せるのがいわゆる富武作戦の要だね。
To denounce this unfair game for what it is and call in the Bloodhounds is the point of the Tomitaka operation, right?
奴らの陰謀を砕く私たちのゴールは何かない？
Isn't there a goal for us, though? Where we defeat their conspiracy?
あるはずだよ。
There must be
こういう
something.
時は立場を逆にして考えると見えてくる。
Sometimes it works to think from the opposite point of view. Oh?
あれ？
Well, hello.
その手があったか。
There is one. Mian started to grin in a weird way. Here she goes. The winds are blowing stronger on her side, and she's getting into better than top form. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm running out of water. Miana's pretty smart. She's great at analyzing situations. That's why, when the Rika-chan first told her everything, she immediately decided that there was no way for us to win and became depressed. However, while Mian's easily crushed, she's also able to exhibit incredible power when the wind's on her side. Did they tell them about... No. Okay, I understand the sentence now. I thought that maybe Rika told them about her looping like thousands of times, but it was about Mian getting depressed because she analyzed the situation and blah 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 blah. However, while Mian's easily crushed, she's also able to exhibit incredible power when the wind's on her side. We created that tailwind, and now her sail is receiving the push it needed.
リカちゃん、もう一度確認するね。
Let me confirm this one more time, Rika-chan.
その緊急マニュアルってのはリカちゃんが死ぬと村人が48時間以内に全員発狂するっていうから、そうなる前に村を鎮圧するために発動されるんだよね。
That emergency manual was designed to prevent all the villagers from going insane within 48 hours of your death, right?
はい、そうなのです。
Yes, that's its purpose.
どうしてリカが死んだこともないのに48時間でそんなことになるとわかるのでしょうか？
Rika has never died before, so how did they know something like that will happen within 48 hours?
確かにそうだね。
She's right.
おかしいよそれ。
Yeah, that's really strange.
なんで48時間で村人がみんな発狂するなんて決めつけられるんだろう。
How can they say for sure all the villagers will go crazy within 48 hours?
僕にはよくわからないのですが。
Okay, that's a very short sentence. Well, according to Takano, something similar apparently happened in another country, and that's where they got the 48 hours from.
高野が言うには、他の国の例でよく似たケースがあり、それが48時間だかなんだかの根拠らしいのですが、僕にはちんぷんかんぷんなのです。
I have no idea though. Okay.
入江も実はちんぷんかんぷんだと言ってましたです。
Actually, Iri said he doesn't understand it either.
まさか、なるほ
ど。Could it be... I see.
私、わかりましたわよ。敵の弱点
が。I know their weak point.
あ、俺もわかったぜ。
I see it too.
そうか、そうだよな。
Yeah, that's right.
これは確かに盲点だったぜ。
This is their blind spot. I don't see it.
二人とも何がわかったのですか？
What are you two talking about?
僕にはわからないのです。
I don't get it.
わかんない。
I don't get it.
レナにもわかんないよ。
I don't get it either.
あれレナとリカちゃんはわかんないの？
Hey, Rena and Rika-chan, don't you understand?
最後までわかんない方は恥ずかしい罰ゲームってことにしようかね。
Why don't we put the last person to figure it out through a punishment, huh?
羽生はどう？
How about you, 羽生?
あんたならとっくにピンときてそうだね。
Haven't you figured it out yet?
はい、わかってますですよ。
Yes, I have.
だからこそ、リカは高野にとっても重要人物だったのです。
That's why Rika is important to Takano.
これはリカとレナへのヒントなのですよ。
Oh wow, that's a hint for you too.
私からもヒントですわよ。敵の狙いは派閥争いのためにひなみ沢で大騒ぎを起こすこと。
Here's a hint for me as well. The enemy's intention is to cause a disaster in Hinamizawa.
そしてそのための手段として緊急マニュアルを使おうとしているわけですわ。
They intend to do so by using this emergency
という
manual.
ことは、この緊急マニュアルこそ敵の陰謀のアキレス腱になるということですわ。
In other words, this manual is, in fact, the enemy's Achilles heel. Fake her death. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about too. But how would they do that?
わかんないのです。
Me, but I don't get it.
いいか、僕に今まで意地悪してごめんなさいと謝ったら答えを教えてあげますですよ。
Rika, if you apologize for everything you've done to me, I'll tell you.
まっぴらごめんよ。
No way.
そのあうあう気が散るから黙らせて。
Stop that ow-owing. I want to concentrate.
なんだ鋭いレナまで気づかないのかよ。
What? Haven't you figured it out yet, Rena?
いいか、
Listen.
俺たちの攻撃が富武さん一人に委ねられていて、それがアキレス腱であるように敵の攻撃も緊急マニュアル一つに委ねられているんだよ。
Listen, our attack depends on Tomitaka-san, and that's our Achilles heel. On the other hand, the enemy's attack depends on the emergency
ってこ
manual.
とは緊急マニュアルの根底を打ち砕いてやればいい。
So, if we destroy the foundation of the emergency
わ
manual,
かるか？
do you see?
緊急マニュアルの意味を失わせてやればいいんだよ。
We just have to make the emergency manual lose its function.
緊急マニュアルの意味は何ですか？
What is the meaning of the emergency manual?
それはひなみ沢症候群の大騒ぎを災害のふりをして隠すためなのです。
I guess they want to make it public? Something like that. Is that what they're trying to do? It's supposed to hide the existence of the syndrome by making it look like a disaster.
だから村人たちがおかしくなる48時間以内に村を丸ごと抹殺してしまおうとする。
So, that's why they have to wipe out the entire village within 48 hours.
そしてそれが敵の狙いなのです。
That's what the enemy intends to do, at least.
ということは、つまり 48時間以内に緊急マニュアルを使わせなければいい？
So you're saying, you just have to stop them from executing the manual within 48 hours?
うーん
Yeah, same.
僕を殺さなければその48時間は始まらないんだから、その48時間を逃げ切ればいい？
But those 48 hours don't start until I'm killed, so... So I need to outrun them for those 48 hours?
何よ、二人とももう答えを口にしてるじゃない。
Hey, you two are already saying the answer.
いい？
You good?
じゃあ答えを教えてあげよう。
Let's say the answer out
みん
loud.
ないい？
Everyone
せ
ready?
ーの。
Here we go.
リカちゃんが48時間前に死んでればいい。
Pika-chan has to die 48 hours prior. Or that. Yeah, okay. Fake her death, I suppose. We all said it in unison. Boy, we're good at this. We never mess it up.
わかったよ、わかった。
I know, I got it.
僕もわかりましたです。
I got it too. Rena and Rika-chan clapped their hands together. They finally figured it out. Why did it take so long for us to come up with this?
やっとみんな思いつきましたです。
We finally got it.
こんなん1案目でさっくり出してほしいものなのですよ。
We should have come up with this on the first try.
さっきから後ろ向きな案ばっかりだったので、ひょっとして思いつかないのかと焦ってましたのです。
We've been speaking only in defensive terms, so I thought you might never think of this idea.
はあ？言ってくれるじゃない。
Ah, listen to you.
羽生、あんたますます気に入ったよ。
I love you even more,
この
Hanyu.
功績を認め、あんたには後で我が部金星特別十字章を授与しよう。
In recognition of your achievements, I'll award you our club's Special Order Cross Medal later.
まあそれは後に置いといて、今は作戦の説明に入ろう。
Anyway, let's talk about the
奴
operation.
らのゴールの最大の拠り所である緊急マニュアル。
Their goal is to execute the emergency
これ
manual.
にはでっかいウィークポイントが隠されてる。
Hidden in that goal is actually a huge weak point.
それはひなみ沢症候群は女王感染者の死後48時間で村人が全員発狂するから、そうなる前に抹殺せよというそもそもの根拠の部分。
The foundation of the manual is the notion that the villagers will go crazy within 48 hours of the Queen Carrier's death.
つまり
In other words,
リカちゃんが48時間前にすでに死んでいるのに村に何も起こらず平和だったら、このマニュアルの根本が崩れるってことなんだよ。
if nothing happens in the 48 hours after Rika-chan's death, then the foundation of this emergency manual collapses. That's it, to say the least. How are they gonna do that, though? Also, how are they gonna establish a time of death? Are they gonna use Idia for that? And then make him, like, go on the record and say, like, oh, she died 48 hours prior and nothing happened. Nobody really wants to do such a terrifying thing. But if they don't execute the manual, the villagers might go mad and spread to the surrounding communities. They're hesitant to execute it, but they want to keep the damage to a minimum. What if they find Rika-chan's body 48 hours after her death? The major premise that the villagers will lose their minds within 48 hours of the Queen Carrier's death will collapse.
幸いリカはここに隠れているのですから、リカが死んでしまったという嘘をつくのは可能なのです。
Fortunately, Rika is hiding here, so it's possible for us to lie about her death.
リカちゃんが世間に目撃されたのは昨日の学校が最後。
The last time Rika-chan was seen was yesterday at school.
だからそれから48時間だから、あさっての早朝くらいに死体が見つかったということになるととても好都合だね。
It will be 48 hours after that in the early morning of the day after tomorrow. It'll be perfect if her body is found around that time.
そうか。警察の大石さんの助けがあれば、リカちゃん死亡の偽装は可能なんだね。
No, leave him out! I see. It's possible to fake Rika-chan's death with the help of that Oishi-san.
その通りですわ。
Indeed.
大石さんにうまくやってもらって、リカの死体が見つかり、それが死後48時間経過してるって嘘を発表してもらうんですの。
We'll ask Oishi-san to send out an announcement that Rika's body has been found, and that it has been at least 48 hours since her death.
まあ公式発表にするといろいろ余波がありそうだから、入江機関にだけ嘘を流せば十分だろう。
Well, it might create some issues if he announces it publicly, so we can just let the Idiot Institute know.
しかも監督がこっちの味方なんだから、連中をコロッと騙すのは可能なはずだ。
Coach is on our side, so it should be possible to deceive them.
これは
God, smile. That is...
考えたわね。
What an idea.
緊急マニュアルの信憑性が失われれば、こんなひどい作戦が承認されることなんてありえない。
Once the emergency manual loses its credibility, such a horrible operation will never be approved.
つまり連中にとって最大の弱点は緊急マニュアルであり、そしてリカちゃん自身だったというわけなんだよ。
In other words, their weak points are the emergency manual and Rika-chan.
大石は協力するとまだ言ってくれたわけではありませんが、
Oishi hasn't agreed to help us yet,
僕はきっと力を貸してくれると信じていますです。
but I know he will.
これは愉快なトラップになりましたよ。
This will be such an amusing trap.
高野さんが慌てふためく姿が目に浮かぶようですわ。
I can just picture Takano-san running around in a panic.
高野は私と聡子が風邪で寝込んで家にいると信じ込んでる。
Takano believes Satoko and I are sick in bed with a cold. Hello, Mango. The art style is great. Yeah, it's Rika. The one being mean to Helen
で
Bag.
も姿を見たわけじゃなく、きっとそこにいるだろうという想像でしかない。
But as she hasn't actually seen us, she's just assuming it's
それ
true.
が実は他にいて、そしてあさってに突然私の死体が見つかり、しかも48時間前には死んでいたなんてことになったら。
But as it turns out, we were somewhere else, and suddenly my body shows up having been dead for over 48 hours. But wouldn't they be suspicious of Idia if they do it like that? Because he basically said that they were out cold. They were sick. So if they find them if they find Rika somewhere else dead, wouldn't they be like, yo, I thought she was sick in bed. What happened? I feel like he'd lose credibility in their eyes, no?
なんだかすっごい痛快なことになりそうだね。
This is going to be super thrilling.
となれば黒幕たちはこの緊急マニュアル作戦が失敗したと判断して撤退するだろうね。
The masterminds will have to accept the failure of the emergency manual and
こ
withdraw.
こで私たちの攻守が逆転する。
It's when the hunters become the hunted.
そこまで至ればきっと敵の動揺の隙をついて富武さんが何かをつかむ。
By that time, Tomitaka-san will have found out something about the enemy.
そして陰謀を鎮圧するために富武が番犬のワンワンを呼び寄せて敵をやっつけてくれるのです。
Did you just say Wan? And he'll call in the bloodhounds to defeat
これ
them.
が僕たちのゴールなのです。
That's our goal.
よっしゃ
All right.
ー、見えてきたじゃねえか、俺たちの勝ち方が。
I can smell our victory from
し
here.
かも最高に俺たちにぴったりの騙し方だぜ。
Man, how perfect is
気
this?
に入った気に入った、最高に気に入った。
This is all gonna work out, I'm sure of it. She did. I don't know what bloodhounds would be in Japanese, but I guess it includes Wan. It's very cute. At least the way she says it. I don't know. We all encourage each other with a hip hip hooray. This is definitely getting really interesting. Still, what's key is that the claim of Rika-chan being dead for 48 hours is believable. For that, we'll need Oishi-san's help. He'll come through, I'm sure of it. And right as we thought about asking him, he arrived at the Sonozaki residence. Ooh. Oishi-san knows that Rika-chan is hiding here. He also knows that some members of the Mountain Dogs have infiltrated the police station. They've even tapped Rika-chan's home phone, so the safest way to contact her, he figured, is in person.
先ほど入江先生にお会いしましてね。
I think they're called Banken in JP, which is more akin to Watchdog. Interesting. Hold on, what did she say exactly?
そして陰謀を鎮圧するために富武が番犬のワンワンを呼び寄せて敵をやっつけてくれるのです。これが僕
Oh,
た
that's
ちのゴール
really
なの
cute.
です。
Banken no Wangan. I saw Dr. Edie earlier.
赤坂さんはうまいことやってて無事ですと伝えてほしいと言われました。
He told me to tell you that Akasaka-san is doing just fine.
あの人は5年前とは比べ物にならないくらい成長してます。
He's grown a lot in the past 5 years.
あの砦は彼なら守りを務められるでしょう。
He'll hold down the fort. Oishi-san loosened his tie while drinking his barley tea. I bet he never thought he'd end up drinking a glass of barley tea at the home of his old enemy, the Sonozaki family. Well, current enemy still. So, Oishi.
この48時間作戦なのですが、どう思いますですか?
What do you think of our 48-hour operation?
ねえ、なかなか面白い作戦だと思います。
I think it's a pretty good idea.
敵に対する強力な揺さぶりになるでしょう。
It'll shake them up quite a bit.
おそらく敵は動揺し、焦ってミスを犯すはずです。
In their panic, they'll make mistakes for sure.
それは富武さんにとって掴むべき尻尾となるに違いありません。
And that'll give Tomitaka-san the chance to get a drop on them.
いや、実にうまい作戦ですよ。3人集まればなんとかって言いますが、若い皆さんがこれだけ集まると、いいアイデアも出てくるもんです。
No, it's a really great strategy. They say two heads are better than one, but with all our young masterminds together, you've come up with a fantastic idea. Oishi-san laughed in admiration and assured us that the operation would definitely make an impact. However, he hesitated a little bit too.
こいつは大勝負になります。
This is pretty sink or swim, you
勝
know?
っても負けても、私はこの作戦の責任を取らされるでしょう。
Whether we win or lose, I'll have to take responsibility.
うまくごまかすつもりですが、下手をすりゃちょいと痛い目にも遭うでしょう。
I'll do my best to pull out the splinters, but if I don't do a good job of it, I'll end up in pretty
ちょい
deep.
と覚悟が必要です。
I have to resign myself to that. In our 48-hour operation, Oishi-san ends up bearing most of the responsibility, and the police are a strict organization. There's no guarantee they won't investigate. Oishi-san is planning to retire this year. He needs his pension in order to pay off his mortgage. He's at a very delicate point in his life. While this is a big deal for Rika-chan, it's also a lot to ask of Oishi too. He has to risk throwing away everything for our sake. He's gonna do it. You know this guy. He's gonna do it. He'll do anything.
私もこの48時間作戦、かなりいい手だと分かってるんです。
Shit. This operation is a great idea, believe me.
しかし、私ってやつは。
What? But I just can't.
大石、難しければ無理にうなずかなくてもいいのですよ。
Oishi, if it's too much, you don't have to accept the
僕
part.
たちは大石の犠牲を踏み台にして勝利を勝ち取りたいなんて思ってないのです。
We don't want to win by using you as a sacrifice. Nobody knew what to say to him, but Hanyu broke the silence. She's full of energy ow-owing during our club, but at times like this, she also has the power to heal the hearts of those who are hesitating and growing weak. It's like being enveloped in a mysterious embrace. If her appearance matched her level of maturity, Hanyu would probably look like a mother.
それに、
Yeah, she technically is. Besides,
僕たちは最強の部活メンバーなのです。
we're members of the most powerful club in the world.
48時間作戦がダメなら、もっともっと効果的で面白い作戦をすぐに考えちゃいますのです。
Even if the 48-hour operation can't work, we're sure to come up with another idea straight away.
ね、ミオン。
Right, Mion?
ああ、そうだよ。
Yeah, that's right.
おいさん、無理なら断ってくれて全然 OK。
Oishi, you can say no, okay?
むしろ私たちも大石さんの迷惑も考えず勝手に盛り上がっちゃって悪かったと思ってるもん。
We shouldn't have gotten all excited over this without even considering your situation.
そうですわね。
Yeah, that's true.
困らせてごめんなさいですわ、大石さん。
I'm sorry, Oishi-san. Nana whispered to me while watching them talk.
羽生ちゃんって結構うまいね。
Hanyu-chan is good at this.
年下の子にこんなこと言われちゃったら、一肌脱がずにはいられなくなっちゃうもん。
Who could say no when a cute little girl says stuff like that to them?
え
What?
って羽生が慰めてるのってそういう意味があるのかよ。
Do you mean, is that what Hanyu's trying to do?
みー、
That's kind of evil though. He should be able to just say no. Don't make him say yes, actually. I want him to say no.
だって羽生は 本当は僕よりずっとタヌキなのですよ。
She's even more sly than I am. As Oishi-san moaned and groaned, Hanyu looked over and grinned wickedly at us. I take it back. This girl, she really is sly. Hanyu is more dangerous than I thought. That would be so fucked up if he loses his pension and then just is broke for the rest of his life. Next time we do a club activity, I'll really have to watch out. Don't do it.
ちょっと一晩だけ時間をください。
Please let me sleep on it.
署内で信頼できる人間に打ち明けて協力を求めてみます。
There's someone at the station I really trust, so I think I'll discuss it with him.
大丈夫。絶対に信頼できる人間です。
Don't worry, he wouldn't rat me out.
私も引き受けたなら失敗しましたじゃすみません。
If I agree to do this, I can't make any mistakes.
なのでやる前に賞賛を図らせてください。
If he doesn't help, he probably dies. Why would he die, though? They have no reason to do anything to him. And as long as, everything else works out, not everyone will get executed. I don't think he even lives in Hinamizawa, so he should be fine regardless, no? So before I do, please let me think over the chance of success. Oishi-san never makes promises unless he's sure he can keep them. Though I guess, what's worse? Having money problems, or knowing that you're responsible for the death of an entire village, or even if you're not responsible, thinking that you're responsible because you'll start blaming yourself, and you'll be like, oh my god, I killed an entire village of 2,000 people by not helping them. That's why he speaks cautiously, but considering his position, it was certainly a decision that required courage.
大丈夫ですよ、大石。
Don't worry, Oishi.
もし退職金がなくなっちゃっても、きっとミオンが何とかしてくれるのです。
Even if you lose your pension, Mion will take care of it. ね? Won't you?
みー、部活メンバーに協力する以上、そうじゃないと大石がかわいそうなのです。
If he's going to help us, we have to do that for Oishi.
みー。
How much would a pension even be? Isn't that like a lot?
まあね。
Well, you know.
おじさんの家はこう見えてもお金持ちだからね。
Why does she say it like that? Despite how this old man looks, my family is pretty rich. She's so fucking dorky. We've got 2 sly foxes. Our club's going to be the epitome of a free-for-all in the future. The meeting ends with that. I don't know how much longer this is going to be, but the last one was very long, so I'm gonna assume this one will be equally as long. This has only been 2 hours of this chapter, so I think it might be another 2 hours until it's over. So I think I'm just going to end it here for today. I wish I could, like, finish the individual chapters, but, like, it's so hard to predict how long they're going to be. I wish there was, like, a page number or something, but there just isn't, so I'm gonna have to leave it for a different day. I'm down for a 6-hour stream. Well, you can stream for 6 hours by yourself then. But I'm gonna I'm gonna go eat. I'm hungry. I'm gonna look for someone to raid. Let me see who's live at this time. Anyway, Mori is playing Pokemon Pokopia. I've watched someone play it a bit today, and it looks very cute. And Mori also has Ditto in front of her name, so Ditto Mori, oh my god, it all makes sense. So I think that would be fun. Yeah, thank you for being here. I always have fun reading Higurashi, even though I started the stream while I was pretty tired. But I'm gonna eat some dinner now and relax a little bit and sleep early, maybe? Who knows? We'll see. But I'm gonna try to include Higurashi as often as I can next week so we can still make some progress, even though I'm gonna have a busy week. But yes, thank you for being here. I hope you can all relax nicely and have a good weekend. I'll be back on Sunday with Paper Mario. And then we'll see what the next week holds. Okay, take care. Until then, bye-bye.